What state do you live in?
From
You cut out. What did you say?
Excuse the accent. I'm half American, half Irish.
Okay. What state do you live in?
Wait,
Sorry?
you said South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Cool. I'm from South Carolina. Hey, what time is it?
It's nearly 12 o'clock.
Almost, yeah. Hey, what city is known as the QC?
I don't know, man. I'm an American citizen, man.
Yeah, but you're in North Carolina and you don't know what the QC is? The Queen City?
I've lived in North Carolina 3 years.
Can you name
And you
three
don't know what
cities
the-
in North Carolina?
He doesn't even need to know just the one. Hey, who's the American football team that's in North Carolina? Yeah, you're lying, bud. Okay.
That's brutal.
Oh,
That's
That's
Charlotte Hornets.
brutal. Oh, it was lagging anyway. Tracy, thank you so much
Yeah.
for $5. Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. You know, that's like my favorite thing too. Like if anyone ever said Iowa, like I would for sure be able to ask some hyper specific questions for that.
Oh, I was so on it. I was so on it.
Or like Illinois, I'm always like, oh, okay, I got you. I'll actually know if they like sometimes people could say certain cities in a state and I really wouldn't know whether or not it's accurate because I haven't been to that state. But like whenever it's a state I know, I'm like, you can try. You know, so how old are you?
Hey there.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I believe that his policies are going to benefit the U.S. as a whole in the long run.
Yeah, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Well, Donald Trump.
Okay, why so?
Well, looking at his policies, I see a lot of issues that are plaguing the U.S. And while the Democrat Party has a lot of things that are trying to be as inclusive to as many people as possible, I believe that they aren't actual solutions to the problem and are just increasing issues that plague everyday Americans when it comes to the overdose crisis, like fentanyl.
Oh, you can't even say that on the stream. Well, now I have to kick you, so that's very unfortunate. Now, not only were Democrats addressing that, and that was actually something that was decreasing at the end of the administration, but I don't think Trump's doing anything that's more beneficial as it relates to that at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. What's how old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2005.
1 month.
18th.
What'd you say?
March 18th.
That makes no sense.
I don't understand how they don't prepare.
Me neither.
Like they blow their shot every time.
That's just what I call MAGA math. You know what's about you?
45, Detroit, Michigan.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
Because Donald Trump is the greatest president to ever be.
Okay. Why is that?
Statement.
Well, let's see. He's one of the first presidents we had in over 80 years that didn't have any political expertise, didn't run for office, wasn't a senator, wasn't a congressman, wasn't a governor, had no military experience, won the election against Hillary Clinton, the supposed next in line for the throne. He dethroned her like nothing, lost to a disputed Joe Biden election that was probably stolen, and came back to be the only second president in history to win non-consecutive terms. He should be on Mount Rushmore.
Not him with the Trump hype video. Holy smokes, Trump hype man.
How do I turn my cam on? How do I turn my cam on? Hey, how do I turn my cam on?
You don't even have the ability to. So hold up. You just said you think Donald Trump.
You gotta see my cam. Trust me. You gotta see what I look like.
You can't. You don't have the ability to because TikTok doesn't allow you to because you don't have enough followers. Thank the fucking Lord. But as it relates to this, please, let's address this. Can you name like a policy of
Can I go on
that you like?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I like his policy on immigration.
Okay. What specific immigration policy?
The policy of we're going to send people back immediately as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's not a policy. What specific immigration policy?
This has a specific immigration policy where he's cracking down on the borders. He's locking people up. He's rounding up illegal immigrants and sending them back to their countries. That's a policy to me.
Okay, so there's no specific policy. This is a goal that you have, but you have named no specific policy.
It's not a goal. What do you mean? It's not a goal. We're scoring every day.
No, your goal is to lock people up and to send them back to the country in which they came from, right? Instead of actually mentioning a policy, you're just mentioning the goal that you have. I get it, and now we'll respond to that based upon as if you did provide a policy because you clearly couldn't provide a policy for that one. But yeah, in terms of that, it's very clear. Why do you think mass deportation is a good thing?
Because America is being overran by immigrants.
What do you mean by overran?
We're being overrun by illegal immigrants mostly. The simple fact is this. You really want to know why, man? You really want to know why?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you see the camera, you'd understand why. Because man, you just don't get it, young man. You're still a young guy. You're still thinking the world can be all kumbaya and rainbows and sunshine, and you think you got the idea how you can do it. It doesn't work, buddy. Many young men before you have come and tried it. It's not going to work. You know why? Because humans don't work like that. They don't want to work together. They don't want to do that. These people are coming here not to become Americans. They're coming here to destroy America. They want to be said country who lives in America.
Projection. You don't want to work with us. You don't want to work together. And that's why Republicans consistently cut programs, right? And that's why you're destroying this country. What are you talking about? What do you mean? You're not the one.
Because you hate America. When did you start hating America?
I don't hate America. I love America. I love this country. You're the one that hates this country when you vote for a guy that literally pardoned violent rioters on January 6th after inciting a violent insurrection. You're literally a guy that's voting for a guy that literally called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. So define insurrection for me, please.
Okay, definitely an insurrection is when the only person shot and killed was an unarmed veteran named Ashley Babbitt. Don't tell me about insurrections. The only person killed was an unarmed vet.
Wait,
no one else died.
That's not no. So again,
and that's our house. That's our house. That's the people's house.
There can be an insurrection without a death. By the way, I just want to let you know. Can you define insurrection, please?
He doesn't know.
That is our house. We will go there whenever we want. That's the people's house.
Wait. So if that's
okay, so can I go there right now? Can I go there right now?
I don't know. Can you?
No.
Yeah, exactly. See, you just don't get it, young man. You're too young, man.
No, you're the one who doesn't get it. He still can't answer. What define insurrection, please?
That was not an insurrection. That was a show to our government to show them that we are still here and we're not going to take everything they gave us.
A show to the government? Can you just define insurrection? I'm waiting.
Hey, man, I'm not going to define it.
You're not going to define it. Okay, so he can't define insurrection.
Because if I define
he says that it's not an insurrection. So by the way, it absolutely was an insurrection, right? You understand that Donald Trump tried to send
I can define. Here we go. Ready?
Did you get your dictionary?
Sorry, Parker. I'm new to you. I just found you. I just seen your topic, so I had to join. No, I didn't get my Pictionary, Mr. Sidekick guy. He doesn't need a sidekick.
Okay, cool story.
Yeah, so an insurrection is when you have a goal of taking over the government. We did not want to take over the government. All we wanted to do was to make sure that our elections, that are our elections. Remember, this is all the people. The government work for us. These people are our employees. They work for us. We don't work for them. Okay, we can go there at any time when the courts are not working for us and the Senate and all that other stuff is not working. We have the right to go make sure things are working for us, and that's what we did. There was no gallows, like you said. Those gallows were put there.
Trump literally said, "Take back our country that was stolen from us." Literally said, "Take back our country that was stolen from us." And he got a thing where I have to remove him. That's very unfortunate. And he also got hateful behavior, so I got to hit a restart.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll be right back, everyone, for the 4.9 thousand people here on TikTok. I'd recommend to go over to the YouTube and join the 3.2 thousand people that are chilling over on YouTube. I'd really recommend to go do that because TikTok just honestly kicks kicks me all the time. Gives me flags. So I'll hit a quick restart. I'll be back in 15 seconds.
This is not a fucking comedy show.
It's not. The Sandman does not come out every time he makes a fucking mistake and gets him off stage. That's not how any of this work.
This is why I be crashing out, bro.
This is literally why I crash out also, because of idiots like this. Like, that's stupid. I don't know any other nicer way to say that, coaching. If you're being serious with us, you're a fucking idiot. That's not smart. If you're just trolling, if you're just trolling here, you're still fucking stupid because trolls suck. Okay? Like, if you're gonna troll, be a funny troll.
Not even trolling. I'm being serious.
Okay, then you're stupid.
You know, okay.
Because you
stupid.
because you voted for Donald Trump because you like The Apprentice. Okay.
If I were to vote, how about that?
If I were to vote, so you didn't vote?
I'm 35. I've never voted in my life.
Get the fuck out of here, then. It's too stupid. I told you, Hector. I told you. I'm not gonna sit here and do no fucking white people therapy with that person. I'm not doing that shit. I refuse. I'm not doing it.
I'd pay money to talk to these people's parents.
I'm not doing it. And he know damn well that wasn't his wife. That was his mom telling him that the cookies are ready. That's so silly.
Ginger snap or snickerdoodle.
That's so silly. And yes, I called him stupid. That would be the silliest, most stupid reason to vote for someone because I saw him on TV. Bruh, get the fuck on. Like, oh, I hate it here. Okay. What are we doing? Like, seriously, what are we doing in this country? Why are people like this?
You know what I miss?
What?
I miss the Trump supporters coming up and saying that they voted for him for crypto. I respect that. In fact, the only justifiable it's not justifiable really and truly, but I can somewhat hear y'all as valid is if you voted for Donald Trump because of crypto. And even then I'm like, man, but I can kind of give you that one. Because he did do a lot to ramp up crypto. I'll give you all that. To benefit himself, but you know.
Yeah, even if they come up and say something like, I voted because of his tax policy. Okay, we can have a conversation about that. Do I think that I'm actually going to change your mind about anything of it? No, because if you voted for Donald Trump because of his tax policy, you likely make a certain amount of money and you want to make more, which is TCJA is definitely going to give you. All right? We can still have a conversation.
Back here in a second. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
You, Parker. Parker, you're a fucking clanker.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
I'm 6.
You said what?
2006.
For sure. And you said you're how old again?
19.
For sure, for sure. Travis, thank you so much for the $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Travis. I really appreciate it. So why do you support Donald Trump?
I support Donald Trump specifically due to his societal policies like, anti-trans, anti-abortion, and things of that nature.
Okay, so what specific anti-trans policy do you support?
Like, for example, eradicating trans women out of, biological women's sports.
Okay, so I have a question. If there's a specific trans woman that's worse than the average cis woman at a particular sport, should they be allowed to play?
Well, can you cite one time that narrative has actually happened?
Well, can you answer the question before I do?
Well, when you pivot the hypotheticals that have never actually happened and you back me in the corners, all you're doing is just
I just want to clarify. Like, there are plenty of trans women out there that are worse than the average cis woman at particular sports. That's just a fact.
Yeah, but they're men. But trans women are men. Therefore, they should play men's sports.
You're disputing a secondary point, and also, are you Christian?
Yeah, my secondary point is correct.
Are you Christian?
I'm a cautious Christian.
What does that mean?
Meaning, I don't agree with everything in the Old Testament nor the Bible, but I still am Christian. I still have a fundamental belief of God in Jesus Christ.
Okay. So do you believe in God the Father?
Yes. Are you going to debate me on religion, or are you going to debate me on my prompt?
I promise you, I'm debating you on the point. What biological sex?
You're not.
What biological sex characteristics does God the Father have?
God the Father is a Trinity. He's not a human being. He's not a Homo sapien. He's a Trinity.
So you use he, him pronouns. You call him a father, and yet he has no biology.
Wait, listen. This is the same rhetoric you use with Charlie Kirk. It doesn't make any sense.
So gender and pronouns are separate from biology.
The thing is, you have the actual logic to debate me on my point, but you pivot to religion. It doesn't make any sense, Parker. Can you debate me on my rhetoric? Don't pivot to does God the Father have pronouns? Come on, Parker. You use the same rhetoric with Charlie Kirk. I watched the entire thing. It makes no sense. Does God the Father
You've
have
given
pronouns?
no intellectual critique of what
He's
I said.
a Trinity. He's a Trinity. No, God the Father doesn't have pronouns. He's a Trinity.
I understand it's very hard for you, but you couldn't figure it out even after watching the
'cause
video
God the
and
Father's
having
not
a
a Homo
conversation
sapien.
with me today.
God the Father is not a Homo
Very mad
sapien.
about that.
God the Father is not a Homo sapien.
I understand. So it's
Therefore,
still
he doesn't have
demonstrating
pronouns.
he doesn't have.
I mean, Parker, it's a simple concept.
He doesn't have pronouns. You used pronouns
he
in that
doesn't have
fucking
pronouns. No,
sentence.
but I'm referring to I'm referring to him as
he, him. He keeps doing it.
he doesn't but he doesn't have pronouns.
Those are
God the Father
pronouns.
does not have
He
pronouns.
doesn't have
Yes,
pronouns. You're
those
saying
are
his pronouns in the
but
sentence.
Those are pronouns in and of themselves. No, those are pronouns in and of themselves. But he is a Trinity. We refer to him as a father. Therefore, I would have to refer
can
to
we get a
him as
he and him
but
count?
God the Father does not have
Can we
pronouns.
get a he and him count, everyone? Please get a he and him count on the stream.
No, God, Parker, you. Okay, so debate me on my prompts.
He doesn't have pronouns, right?
You're pivoting to religion.
He doesn't have pronouns.
Yes,
he doesn't have pronouns.
He doesn't have
He has no pronouns. He has no pronouns.
He because
he has
Trinity.
no pronouns.
He's a Trinity. He's a Trinity.
He has no pronouns.
Parker,
get it right.
He's a Trinity.
He has no pronouns, Parker.
What is a Trinity?
Checkmate, Parker. God the Father, he has no pronouns. Checkmate, Parker. You got destroyed.
What is a
Parker,
Trinity?
checkmate, Parker.
What is
I need my glasses. Where are my glasses?
What is a Trinity? Parker, what is a Trinity?
The Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. Elaborate.
I'm confused how I need to elaborate any further than that.
Elaborate.
In what way?
Elaborate. What do you mean in what way? I'm telling you to elaborate.
You asked me what the Trinity is. I told you what the Trinity is already. It's made up of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, so elaborate. It's not hard. Elaborate further based off of your narrative.
What do you want me to elaborate further on what what the Holy Spirit is, what the God the Father is,
Yes,
or what
exactly.
God the Son is?
Correct.
In what way would you like me to? I don't know. That's incredibly vague. I don't know what you're trying to.
Well, I mean, it's your reasoning and it's your narrative and it's your rhetoric. So therefore, I would need you to elaborate based off of that. Not hard. Why would I tell you how to elaborate? Just elaborate. Well, do you want me to speak for you?
Well, I want you to tell me what you're looking for.
If God the Father, if God the Father is a Trinity and the Trinity is the Son and the Holy Spirit and things of that nature, then I need you to elaborate further on.
Okay. So
Can you
typically
elaborate?
people, when they're referencing the Trinity, are saying three gods, one person, three persons, one God. Or fuck, I can't even speak right now. Three gods. Oh fuck, dude. One God, three persons. Jesus Christ, dude, I can't speak.
And then also, Jay, that's a little bit of a disingenuous question because
a disingenuous question is that does God the Father have pronouns? Can you just debate me based off of Homo sapiens? I already told you that was a
no, but like
question.
what I'm actually demonstrating is that gender and pronouns are separate from biology within that sense. That's what I was doing. But go ahead, Dean. I want to make sure you can say something.
Yeah, no. But I just
okay. So now we can get into the actual prompt. Got it. So you finally won't pivot to religion. So what is gender?
I was gonna let Dean speak. I already told him he could speak.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, we've kind of moved past it now, but he was like trying to get a definition of like what the Trinity is from you, and I found that to be disingenuous because there's like 70 conceptions of the Trinity.
Well, I mean, no, I agreed. I agreed with Parker's idea on the Trinity, but I'm just wondering what is gender? Can you guys answer my question now?
Yeah, it's going to be social commitments to certain set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the sexes.
Got it. So what do social and cultural norms derive from?
How people interact, how certain types of norms are used in society, like what is typically the case in accordance with certain types of gender norms or gendered ideas.
Do social constructs bear ground with reality?
Do social constructs what?
Bear ground with reality.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Yeah, like my name is within reality. Like Parker is a social construct.
Well, names can be
My
altered in
name.
court.
Language is within reality. We use language all the time.
So
It's socially constructed.
If there was a social construct that prompted,
You're cutting out. I can't really hear you, man.
Just because something can be altered doesn't mean that it's in reality. Like, for instance, like I could alter the color of the pin on my wall, but doesn't mean that the color of the pin on my wall is not in reality.
I was going to ask a question. So, if there was a social construct that prompted people being Ninja Turtles,
What
would that
happened
bear
to his
ground with
mic?
reality?
I don't know what happened to your mic, man. Yeah, but your mic is like super weird right now.
It's weird.
Are
Yeah,
you
it's weird.
connected to a mic or Bluetooth?
No, I have AirPods in.
Okay, yeah, it cut out for a second. It sounds like it's getting better now.
It just sounds like it's super far away.
If there was a social contract that prompted people being Ninja Turtles, would that bear ground with reality under a set of preferences?
Restate what you just said.
If there was a social contract that prompted people being Ninja Turtles, because that's what they, that's what they prompted.
People being Ninja
on,
Turtles. What is it?
agents.
What is a Ninja Turtle?
What is a Ninja Turtle? A cartoon character? What is a Ninja Turtle?
Well, so no, they
Do you not know
couldn't
what
be
a Ninja Turtle is?
They couldn't be a cartoon character, but they could be like at Halloween as dressed as Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's almost like just how like men can't be women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's claiming that men can be women. People are claiming that trans women are women and trans men are men.
What makes a trans woman a woman?
Again, they meet the set of criteria that I mentioned. Again, a woman is going to be an adult human that's committed towards the social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Can I ask you a
your
question real
narrative
quick?
pivots away
Can I
from
ask-
biology.
Can I
No,
ask
because
you?
you're just going to pivot to God the Father.
No,
I already know how you
I
operate.
actually won't.
Okay.
I'll give you a different example. Without, it's not even a pivot, by the way. It's just demonstrating that gender and pronouns are not biological in a certain sense. Have you ever watched the movie Freaky Friday?
No, I have not.
Okay, so like, let's say that you and your mom swapped bodies. If I were to make the statement that he is trapped in his mom's body, would that statement make sense?
He is trapped in his mom's body. Well, if they swap bodies, if him and his mom swap no, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't make any sense to say that. How should I phrase the sentence?
Well, if he and his mom swap bodies, like you mean literally swapping gametes,
Yeah,
regarding
like
human anatomy and things of that nature.
All it is their consciousness swaps bodies.
How would that? I don't understand what they're trying to get at.
Like
I don't.
my consciousness.
Their consciousness.
Here. Your consciousness in your mom's body. You wake up and you're in your mom's body. Okay. Would it make sense for me to say that? What's your name? Jay is trapped in his mom's body. He is trapped in his mom's body.
Well, if our consciousness is swapped, and I didn't. Yes.
It would make sense for me to do that. Okay. Well,
yes.
But your biological sex characteristics are female.
Your point being,
this demonstrates that gender identity.
But
genders
I know, but what you're doing is
one moment. So Parker's demonstration makes it clear that gender, and even further, the use of pronouns are rooted in something other than that of biology, right? Because you're saying it would make sense to say he is trapped in his mother's body, right? Even though you possess no physical characteristics that of the male sex.
Got it, but brain anatomy doesn't always bear ground with reality. I mean, you can claim that you're trapped in a body, but that doesn't alter your biological human anatomy.
No, so then what claiming that? We said that gender and pronouns are separate from the biology, and we just gave you an example exactly how in which it is separate from the body because you just said it too. And the example.
Okay, so do trans women?
You just seemingly tried.
I got flagged. I just got flagged. What the heck?
You just seemingly tried to argue that like it wouldn't make sense to say, or that this wouldn't bear ground in reality. So if you now want to argue that the statement "he's trapped in his mother's body" wouldn't bear ground with reality, then why did you agree that it would make sense? And what does it mean for it to make sense if you also don't think it bears ground in reality?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I had to kick him because he had a flag. So very unfortunate, but yeah, dude, he got cooked. He came in so confident too.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, that's like a pretty clear, intuitive example to show like some separation of physical anatomy and gender identity. I like that.
It literally broke his brain. He couldn't comprehend it.
Yeah, that was very diabolical. Very diabolical. Are you here for a little bit, or do you have to go, Dean?
Oh, I'm here for as long as you'll let me, but I guess until my girlfriend gets out of the shower.
Hey, let's go. Can we get some W's for Dean in the comment section? W's for Dean and Santana joining us here tonight. Yo, what's up, Devin? How old are you?
I'm 22.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I mean, I think that he's done good and bad in
If you
his
could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I would vote for Trump still.
Okay, why so?
Well, because the way that Kamala was going to handle Israel and Ukraine, I think would have led us into World War III. Well, just the things that she said.
Hey, Devin, I have a question. Was Kamala Harris's official agenda for Ukraine to continue to give them money for weapons and aid?
Yes, she was going to keep giving aid to Ukraine.
Yeah, did you know that when Donald Trump revoked weapon and aid funding from Ukraine, they got weaker, and that made Russia stronger, which emboldened them to kill more people? And they realized this grave mistake in early July, and on July 11th, they resumed all funding for aid and weaponry, which made Ukraine stronger and thereby weakened Russia.
Convince me that Ukraine isn't a lost cause.
Respond to my argument demonstrating that now even the Trump administration has acknowledged that the approach of the left and the approach of Kamala Harris was the best fit in order to pressure Russia into a ceasefire by making their victims stronger, thereby making them weaker.
That's a fair argument.
Okay, so what's your response?
Well, like I said, I think that, to be honest, I honestly hope that Trump backs off of Ukraine and finds a way to just make peace between both sides.
Well, once again, you're saying, so I mean, I believe what you're giving us is these 2 points are antithetical to one another. I don't believe that we can both back off of Ukraine and make peace, right? Because making peace would require an influence onto Russia to force them to make peace, right? They obviously don't want it. They want to succumb and annex the totality.
Who says that they don't want peace?
Ukraine. Yeah, them. They say that when they started the invasion of Ukraine. What?
Also, just to kind of double down on Dean's point, not only to double down on Dean's point, do they not want peace? Donald Trump had an actual meeting with Putin today where not only did Putin show up and dictate the terms of the meeting, he used it as a photo op. He brought his own cars. He controlled the meeting. He left. And there was no peace agreement, with which Trump before the meeting said that he would be really upset if there was no peace agreement afterwards. And afterwards, there was no peace agreement because Putin didn't want it. So Dean is spot on.
Right. And then you just told us that the reason Russia invaded Ukraine was because NATO was encroaching on their borders. Bro, I'm so sorry. I don't understand how not smart you have to be in order to fall for this propaganda. I can think of one very clear reason why Russia does not want Ukraine to join NATO. That one very clear reason would be that they want to invade them. They didn't invade them because they might join NATO. They invaded them before
Russia just doesn't want the influence of the West on its borders. How would we like it?
So then why didn't Russia invade Latvia, Lithuania, or Estonia? You understand that Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia are NATO countries that are on Russia's border. See, the thing is, the reason why they don't want NATO on the border is because they want to invade the countries on the border. But once they join NATO, they know they can't, right? So
Estonia and Latvia was already
to get Ukraine and NATO faster. Absolutely.
Latvia, Lithuania,
Estonia and Latvia was already a mistake for Russia, to be honest.
Early 2000s. Plus, oh wait, can you hop back in the guest box, everyone real quick? Because I got a thing that restricted the push on the stream, a bit back with the last guest, and I was still meaning to hit a quick restart real quick. Can I do that real quick?
Yeah, but sure. Parker, it's been so bad today, dude.
Yeah, it's been a little bit brutal. I've been getting so many flags.
Yeah, they updated their TOS. I'll have to tell you about it later. Anyways,
yeah. You'll have to let me know. All right, we'll be right back, everyone. Just come right back. I'll literally be back in like 15 seconds. So just give me 1 second. And you can be the first guest. I'll bring you back up.
In a lie, the one thing that they will do is they'll start gish galloping. They'll just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and asking you questions because they know that you're getting the info right then and there. If you haven't already debunked it, you're getting the info to debunk what it is that they're saying because they know that they lied and they're trying to throw you off. So that's always fun. It's always fun dealing with the Trumpers.
I don't
fun.
disagree. I'm just a firm believer that when they go low, I go to hell.
Oh, most definitely. You got to drag them to the taverns. You know what? I used to try to when I first started, I used to try to okay, guys, we're going to keep this above ground. Let's keep it above ground. Let's try to have civil conversations here. Or as I like to say, decent discourse. I try to stay away from the heated exchanges or try to. Not anymore. Fuck that. Fuck it. These people are deplorable.
There are certain people that you can have civil discourse with, and those are the people like when I'm trash talking my own people, I say it's the difference between people that are actively.
Yes, I know that's good. I'm at least happy I can protect it because I've been losing it so much. It's unbelievable. Is Dean coming back? He should be. Parker, why aren't you verified? I'm not cool enough apparently. I not enough people know who I am. I just also, there's a huge distinction between Dean and I too. Like Dean has 4.2 million now, chat. That's just on TikTok. There's a pretty big difference. So that's also why. But he did get it by like almost 2 million, right?
I will say that I introduced my brother-in-law to you a couple of days ago, and he's like been watching your stuff nonstop.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so happy for that. What was the person's name, by the way, that was on the stream? Dude, I can't add Dean up because it keeps glitching everywhere.
I literally just tried to grab him.
Well, the guy was like a Russian droid. I don't.
Yeah, that guy literally was just straight spewing Russian propaganda. That's literally like exactly what like Charlie Kirk said. It's actually diabolical.
Yeah, man. Like the fact that so many Americans have fallen to be a fan of Putin is just insane.
Here he is. If you're on YouTube, tap that screen or like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. So what Russian propaganda do you have for us now?
Dude, listen, all I'm saying is that if it was us having Russia influence Mexico or Canada, we wouldn't be having it. Like we would be doing exactly what Russia is doing to Ukraine.
Is if what they were doing was 100% and totally defensive, maybe, especially with the history that we have with Russia. Like you remember the history we have with Russia? History. Like, is that all relevant?
You know what? I have a question. Who would you prefer to be president? Kamala Harris or Putin?
Okay, well, that's not fair.
Oh,
Kamala's an American.
No. Assuming that immigrants could run for president, and Putin has dual citizenship through like the legal immigration processes, and he ran for president. Who would you vote for? Kamala Harris or Putin?
I mean, would you rather punch me in my left eye or my right eye?
Wow.
I mean, right now, both, if you want me to be honest.
That was a joke, obviously.
No, it wasn't, low-key.
I would vote for Kamala, okay? Is that what you want to hear from
the fact that it took that long? The fact that it took that long is diabolical, dude. Kamala. The fact that it took that long for you to answer that is actually insane. Like, do you not realize that?
You're reading too far into it, dude.
Yeah, Devin. I mean, listen. I feel like you just have to be like pretty apathetic to hold to these positions. You know, like people in like Kiev, for instance, are having to like hide under their mattresses when the bomb, sirens are going off. People are losing their homes. They're being turned into rebels.
Zelensky should just sign a treaty with Russia on Russia's terms, and this would all be over.
Yeah, dude.
In a day.
What?
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is that, like, for instance, if
Russia's already offered it. Russia has already offered these terms to Ukraine.
Imagine this. So imagine like somebody like broke into my house, right? They kidnapped one of my children, and then they demanded the ransom of every dollar to my name as well as my wife's left arm in order to get my child back, right? And then, right, I turn around, I find where these people are, and I fight to get my child back from them, so I don't have to give up everything to my name and my wife's left arm, right? Would you be calling me the bad guy and him the good guy? Or
they aren't that unreasonable. The terms aren't that unreasonable, Dean.
Would you say, okay, so then you just think that violating the UN international law is not unreasonable?
No, I'm saying that.
Yes, it is what you're saying. I want to make it clear. You're saying that the terms are not
whether we
unreasonable.
like it or not. Listen, I'm not arguing against the fact that Russia shouldn't have invaded Ukraine.
No, listen to me.
What I'm saying is that Russia today
you are saying that.
can end this war with Ukraine if they both can just.
You're saying that it's reasonable to violate UN international law. You understand, under UN international law, every person has a right to self-sovereignty and self-determination. And in request of Russia's forceful annexation of around a fourth of Ukraine, it is in the violation of the self-sovereignty and determination of the people in the area in which they want to annex, as well as of the state of the whole. So it is important to denote, when you're telling us that what they want is not unreasonable, you were telling us that they are reasonably violating UN international law. And typically people who think violations of UN international law are reasonable are people like neo-Nazis.
I don't think he realized he was muted. I got him. There we go. All right. We're sending you a request to unmute.
Hello?
There you
hear
go.
Me?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, yes, it's unreasonable for them to just willy-nilly break international law, but the fact is that they did. And there's this war in Ukraine now, and would we want it to continue to just kill more hundreds of thousands of people, or would we rather end it?
I think that Ukraine has a right to self-defense. Do you agree?
Until what? Until the last Ukrainian? Are they just going to keep going forever until all of them die?
So you'd argue that they're morally wrong for defending themselves?
After a certain point, yes. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Wow. So you'd say self-defense.
After a certain point, it becomes evil to let this continue.
Okay. So can you please give me any other circumstance where you think that self-defense has a moral threshold of being right?
What?
Give me any other circumstance where you think that self-defense at a point becomes morally wrong and evil. Because I can't think of one.
This is just a very special case. I'm sure there's other instances where I can say that, but this is a special case.
I can tell you why it's special because you're just like pro-Putin, pro-Russia.
Literally.
I'm not even pro-Putin, dude.
You're literally parroting Russia propaganda. Like the things that you're saying, the fact that you're advocating for Ukraine to give up their actual sovereign land, to just acquiesce to the will of Putin. Hey, what's going to stop Putin from coming back in like a year or 2 years after he gets this actual land? Like, if you give up now, especially
proper treaty, because he actually follows the treaty.
He's broken what, 29 treaties, ceasefires? He's literally broken.
How many treaties have we broken?
What does that have to do with Russia and Ukraine? Why are you talking about the US?
Because it's not fair for us to say, oh, well, they've broken all of these treaties whenever we're the record holder for the amount of treaties that have been broken.
By the way, Russia broke the Budapest Memorandum. But like, let's do that real quick.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to mention, because I watched the entire Putin summit thing today, because I had nothing better to do. And so I watched it, and Putin once again emphasized what he wants out of this war. And he calls it the quote unquote root causes, right? That's what and that's just speak for the total dismantling of the current Ukrainian system, right? He's not happy at all with the way that
because they're Nazis.
Ukraine. That's simply false, by the way. That's simply
they're
false.
Nazis. They're
Nazis. No, they're not. Right?
Yes, they are.
That is a
Russian straight Russian propaganda. Dude, how much did Russia pay you to come on this live and say that? How much? How much is the Kremlin currently paying you? How much is it?
Especially top officials that have
been stop.
Literally, you can see.
How much did the Russian government pay you to come on the stream right now? How much? How much? Seriously, let me know. That's diabolical, dude.
He doesn't realize when he gets muted.
Putin, hire me right now. I will sing the Russian national anthem on live.
We know.
Can you imagine saying that?
I can't.
Can you imagine saying
serious?
All
jokes. Serious?
Devin, I don't really listen, Devin. I don't really think that's too funny. You know, when I was in Texas,
nuts.
When I was in Texas, I met with a 20-year-old woman my age. And she was a refugee from Ukraine. She came over here on a plane after her house was turned into rubble by the Russian military, and she had lost a family member, and she doesn't even know where the others are at. And I don't know, when I hear you say something like that, I just think of how she would feel hearing you say that. And I don't think she'd be laughing, so I won't either.
I think the issue, even more than anything, is that you, for some reason, have taken the side of a dictator, of a country that is the aggressor. Like literally, Russia is the one that is impeding on Ukraine, that is trying to take Ukraine's sovereign land. Russia is the aggressor. Russia started this. Russia is the one that is actually causing the war to be elongated, right? I mean, the simple fact of the matter is, Putin trying to set the tone for any type of peace agreements and saying that he has these lists of demands, when Dean made the point earlier, literally the only reason why Russia has had any type of progress recently is because of the on again, off again approach that the Trump administration has taken when it comes to the support of Ukraine. Anytime the United States has given Ukraine the proper level of support, Russia continues to falter. So I don't understand why you would be pro-Russia when Ukraine is in the driver's seat, as long as the United States upholds their agreements. Like Parker mentioned, the Budapest Memorandum, there's no need for Ukraine to just acquiesce. Russia needs to actually take a step back and allow Ukraine to continue to self-govern.
Sorry if you could hear that background noise. It's my cat. My bad.
You're good.
You're good.
Also,
hey, I'm back.
Did you get your talking points?
Hey.
God bless that woman that's a refugee in whatever state you mentioned. God bless her. I only wish for the best for her. But
okay,
this is all the fault
Santana
of the corrupt officials in Ukraine for allowing this war to happen. And
Ukraine, are you serious?
NATO,
not Russia, not Putin, not the people committing the war crimes.
Ukraine NATO membership.
I want him to lay out his case here. Please describe what corrupt officials you are talking about that allowed this war to take place. Like, please give me that causal chain.
Zelensky. I'll even go that far.
How did he allow it? How did he allow it?
What happened to all that money that we sent him? How much of it was given to him and his family and his cronies to have lavish vacations?
That's not true. This is all Russian propaganda. Everything that you're saying.
Literally, it is. Literally Russian propaganda.
What do you think? Dude,
there's no
evidence.
evidence.
You guys can say that about anything that sounds good for Russia. You guys will say that about anything that sounds good for Russia.
There's no, because nothing's good about Russia.
That's just such a terrible thing to say about an entire country, Dean.
Wait, you're up here shitting on the entire country of Ukraine.
When I'm referencing
you
Russia,
mean
I'm referencing
Nazi Germany? You mean the Fourth Reich?
Exactly.
Germany?
What are you talking about, dude? Why are you
Ukraine
why are you branding Ukraine as the quote unquote Fourth Reich? That's actually like fucking insane. That's actually fucking insane. That's straight Russian propaganda that you're trying to use in order to try and justify the invasion, the war crimes, and the fucking destruction that you're causing in Ukraine. Right? And that's you because you're fucking supporting it. You're literally sitting here fucking advocating for it. You're saying that it's justifiable. You're giving the same talking points as the Kremlin.
You guys, you'll never understand my point of view, because to me it's not just Russia's fault. Yes, they invaded Ukraine, okay? But did they have a reason to do that?
What was the
reason? I think they did have a good reason to, because of NATO.
Because of the reason.
So you see, he just did exactly what I fucking said. You literally just said they have a good reason. You just said it was justified. You just fucking said that it was justified. Yeah. Do you hear what you're saying right now? You just said it was justified for Russia to invade and to commit war crimes, to mass murder Ukrainians.
Was it justifiable for us to invade, what was Afghanistan and Iraq?
No.
Was it justified for us to do any of these things?
Looking back, the answer is no. Right? Wait, you're actually up here saying that the way that we conducted those wars and that the justification, which was weapons of mass destruction, which was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie from the Bush administration. So those wars were not justified because the very reason that we had for going into Iraq was to get rid of weapons of mass destruction, which, guess what, did not exist.
Exactly. So guess what? Nobody follows the rules.
What?
And we expect Russia to do so.
That's not how you. That's not the outcome that you want to draw from that.
What the fuck? Go ahead, Santana, by the way. I want you to go ahead and do that real quick, and I just want to kick him. I think he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, one simple, straightforward question for you. Is Putin a dictator? Yes or no? You're on mute.
Great question, by the way. I doubt he'd even say yes. By the way, Fox News calling him a president. I was about to post about it today.
What was your question?
Is Putin a dictator? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we verified that he's a dictator. Is he someone who has unjustly unalived not only his own people, but his adversaries at every opportunity?
Well, he would scare them too. He wouldn't just kill them.
That's not the question. Yes or no? Has he unalived multiple people, including his political opponents and his own people at multiple opportunities? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is he someone who has threatened nuclear war against other countries, including the United States of America?
I mean, we did
yes
that
or no?
too.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Is he someone who has specifically said that his end goal is to reestablish the greatness of the USSR? Yes or no?
I don't believe I know where he said that.
Okay, he did.
Interview with
It's a
Tucker
yes.
Carlson.
Exactly.
He said that he wants to establish the greatness of the USSR.
Yes, he wants to
and the fact that
reestablish the greatness
you don't
of the
know
USSR.
that's been his goal for years now. That's not an unknown thing.
Yeah.
So I say all of that to say this. The head of the snake, the literal person that's leading this charge, is someone who is killing people, someone who is a war criminal, someone who is very despicable. And for you to take the side of someone who is looked at by the rest of the world as one of the most dangerous persons on the planet, who is literally inciting violence at every opportunity, but you're on the wrong side, period.
Listen, what I hear right now is a lot of hatred towards Putin, but Putin is a good man.
That's exactly what he was going to say.
I can't even believe it. It's actually crazy. I like how he was saying that Ukrainians were Nazis, but if anyone were to be close to fucking Nazi ideology, it would be that fucker on the live that we just were talking to. The guy literally saying Ukrainians were Nazis has the closest ideology to fucking Nazis, right, I've ever fucking seen. It's ridiculous. He totally it literally sounds like he would have defended them, if he existed at the time period.
Yeah, man. I just wish that people humanized the Ukrainians a little bit more and highlighted the stories of individual Ukrainians more. It's so bad, and I feel like coverage of specific people that's happened to them just isn't isn't like widespread and apparent in the media.
Yeah, and I'll
Catherine,
just
how
say,
old are you? Catherine, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
23? No, but I support Ukraine.
No.
Nice. Go ahead, Santana, you were saying?
What W?
No, I was just saying, Dean, I mean, to your point, I literally I had an opportunity to meet someone who was a Ukrainian refugee as well. And it was her and her son. And to your point, she had no clue about where the rest of her family was. And just hearing her story was absolutely devastating.
Hello?
So you're spot on with that.
Yeah.
Liam, how old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
What's your birth year?
08, 2004.
Okay.
Oh, God, math.
What month?
Dude, he can't be 18 born in 04. Kick him.
Oh yeah, well I didn't even think, bro. My brain didn't even think. My brain didn't even think, dude. Dude, I wasn't even thinking about that. Diabolical. Diabolical. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
43.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
For
Oh,
sure.
dude.
All right, let me thank some people real quick, and then we'll get on to that. Glenn, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Serpent with the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Glenn again with $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Glenn. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Glenn as well in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Glenn. I really appreciate it. Andrew, thank you for the $3. And Caleb, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, for sure. So Iceman, why do you support Donald Trump?
He's a great leader. And something I didn't know until I researched it earlier. After hearing about Trump and Putin meeting, I knew Putin came to the U.S. I didn't know exactly where. Come to find out, it was Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned during that little bit of research from dailywire.com, I believe it was, that up until the 19th century, Russia actually owned Alaska until we bought it from them.
Yeah, this is true.
I had no idea about that and never done any research on Alaska until today. I'm like, okay, that's new. So if we give them resources from there, we're essentially giving them resources they were getting beforehand. Which is kind of
Okay.
odd.
Now we've all just like
Holy
collectively
shit.
lost what the hell you're saying.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but it doesn't.
Wait, so
Dean.
you'd be okay with Trump giving Putin parts of Alaska?
Not giving it.
But
I don't
you
know what
think
the demand-
you think
I
it's
do not know
okay
what the
because it
demands
used
are.
to be Russia. You're okay with them having access to Alaska since it used to be Russia. Is that what you're saying?
Considering what I read, I was like, okay, I'm not even sure what to think at this point. Because
By the way, can I just ask you real
it's
quick? Did you
mind-boggling.
get this idea from the Daily Wire?
It was actually multiple sources. That's just one of the ones I saw.
Okay, because I just
I
want to
didn't
point out
click
now
on
that
the
like
link, I just
Ben
happened to see
Shapiro
it.
is apparently now out here saying that like we should give our resources to like Russia. Like that's where we're at now.
That was
It's like,
just
Wait, are you serious?
that was.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
I
been
mean,
the whole
I had
conversation.
not read the article. I just saw the headline for it on the link, and there was a half dozen links that I could have clicked on, and I was trying to figure out which one was which and give the best information without clicking on it.
Yeah,
And they caught my eye. I'm like, oh,
there were reports that Trump was considering giving Russia access to resources in Alaska as a sweetener for a peace agreement. They weren't fully verified, but they were saying that this was something that he was considering.
that's actually what I heard in Dean's.
yeah, because I didn't read it
thing
either, so I
earlier.
was just going off what the guest said. Because if the guest was saying that he got the idea of this from the Daily Wire, then that's like a step up even from them. That they're saying, yeah, let's just give our resources to like Russia from Alaska. Like that's even like a ball, but way beyond what I heard them say.
Now, I didn't read the entire article on what all was going to happen. Didn't see the summit, so I don't know what all was planned.
Here, could I ask you a
What was gonna
question?
happen. Yeah.
Could you name like a policy of Donald Trump's that he influenced to get passed that you like?
The immigration policy, the tariffs,
You like the tariffs? Can you tell me what a tariff is?
It's putting taxes on imported goods to essentially bring that stuff back to the U.S. where it was to begin with, before it was deported to other countries.
Who pays that
What?
tax? Who pays that tax?
What did he just say? He just said that goods were deported to other countries. What?
Where they were manufactured at originally, Dean, was here in the U.S., and other presidents previously sent them to other countries to be made and then brought to the U.S.
What? I think he
China
meant
and
to
stuff
say
like
it.
that.
Yeah, wait.
They were
The word deported doesn't go there, but you mean the companies left to go to other countries. There was no U.S. president that made them leave. They weren't deported to other countries.
I misspoke on that. I meant to say they were basically exported to another country.
They weren't
imported.
They made the decision to go to other countries to manufacture the goods at a cheaper rate.
Okay.
That was actually
also like let me clarify this. Tariffs are taxes. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods, and that tax is paid by the American importing business that then passes down that cost to the consumer because it's an aspect of cost of production and distribution. Given that that's the case, it's going to have a regressive negative impact on low and middle income workers, given it is the case they spend a greater proportion of their income on consumer goods.
And as a matter of fact, once stuff starts being made in the U.S. again, prices will start coming back down because most of that stuff will be moved back to the U.S. from foreign countries.
Okay, if the prices would be lower if they were to produce the goods,
it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Even I knew that.
Okay, so if the prices,
I even had to have it explained to me to make sure I understood it right.
If the prices of the goods would be lower, given that they would be produced here, why are they not already produced here as an outcome of the free market?
There's certain parts and appliances that were decided to be moved to another country.
Why would they decide to do that if it made them cost more?
Ask Obama and Clinton on that one. Because they're the ones who made the stupid mistake to do that. That is pretty
Obama and Clinton were presidents. They weren't the CEOs of these private companies.
They shut down those jobs and had them moved.
They
to
shut down
foreign
the jobs.
countries.
What did they do to shut down the jobs?
Businesses have rights. You get that?
I know what he's talking about. He's trying to go through the talking point of NAFTA forcing U.S. companies to actually shut down and seek more opportunities out of the country, and that's just vehemently not true. Like that's not true at all. There's the whole talking point that they blame NAFTA and Bill Clinton for forcing the exile, or not the exile, but the mass exodus of U.S. manufacturing, which again, it's not true. Your talking point is wrong.
The guide plant in Monroe, Louisiana was shut down. I can't remember what administration, but it was done. It was caused by that president. All those jobs were moved overseas. My uncle and my cousin were working for that company at the time. So please try again, sir.
No. Again, the actual inception of NAFTA was not the inflection point that caused companies to actually leave the United States. There were multiple factors,
that was one of them.
And it was a slight factor, but again, companies decided that it would be more cost efficient for them to manufacture their goods outside of the country because of the cost of living inside of the United States. That's another reason why you can't that's another reason why you can't just bring these manufacturing jobs back, because the cost of living in the US is too high. They would not be able to pay employees to be able to make those goods at the same rates. If they did, they would jack up the prices of those goods and they would be as expensive or even higher as the American made products. It's not the same.
If that were true, then why a headlamp assembly for a vehicle that was made at the guide plant cost half as much before it was made overseas?
Probably
within
something
a year.
Within a year?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're lying. Because I was gonna say, like maybe like some like random commodity cost half as much when it was made in America
Because it had to
40
be
years ago
imported.
compared to now.
And then it took
What specific
times
commodity
longer.
are you referring to?
He said a headlamp.
Headlamp?
There's been many things.
Many things.
Many
quite
things.
frankly.
Okay. So can you give us any good data to indicate that to be true?
The list is rather long and has increased over the years to the point I quit trying to research it because I was getting a headache seeing so many American jobs shut down and sent overseas out of plain stupidity and greed.
Wait, hold on.
Because
Just to
the
verify.
president
Wait.
getting
Just to verify.
kickbacks.
You've been researching for years about the American manufacturing companies that have shut down and moved to other countries, but you just recently found out that the United States purchased Alaska from Russia. You really think we're going to believe that one?
Granted, I probably learned it in school and forgot. I researched it earlier about Alaska, but
Okay, cool.
as of about 10 years ago, I quit trying to see what jobs got sent overseas again because it pissed me off so bad. I wanted to go and slap every one of the individuals involved in that in the face and tell them how stupid they were for screwing the American people out of jobs. Because at that point,
So you should do that with Donald Trump too, because Donald Trump's had a jobs report that was so bad recently that he fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because he thought it was politically biased information.
Oh, and fun fact, and now has appointed a January 6er as the new commissioner of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Sorry, go ahead, Dean.
I actually think that the J6er was in the. Oh my god!
People,
I think that the J6er. One moment.
weren't doing anything illegal.
One moment. One moment.
That was propaganda.
One moment. So so the J6er was a new hiree into the Department of Justice. Actually, the new head of the BLS was a higher up in the Heritage Foundation. But
No. You haven't seen that? There's new reports out that EJ Anthony, not only was he a top economist with the Heritage Foundation, but they have the pictures of him. And the reports is that he was at the Capitol on January the 6th, and he left prior to the actual rioting started. So like there's pictures of him there.
Oh, so
he
they
was
have
just
now
there.
2 J6ers. Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, no, I was just gonna speak up real quick. I gotta drop. Good seeing you, Matt, Santana, and Parker. Hope you all have a good rest of
Dean,
your
take care of yourself.
I'm going, bro.
Bye-bye.
You know how y'all are talking about how Trump is so bad because of this, that, and the other? Have y'all heard anything about Colorado and the straight shit that's going on there?
Oh god! Right as Dean leaves, Dean's from
Dean
Colorado.
leaves right when that happens. Somebody get him back up here.
Dean, get back up here.
Guess what Colorado Democrats just did?
What did they do?
Claimed that they are trying to protect kids, making it to where predators and pedophiles get hit with a misdemeanor for whipping it out in the park.
Can you give me a
They
source?
would not make it a felony.
Can you give me a source?
Oh, it's all over TikTok, and I'm not sure where else.
Yeah, so like I would love a source.
That one you're gonna have to look up. I just got sick and just by hearing.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that they have to do what to? They do what to get a misdemeanor?
The lawmakers in Colorado,
yes,
are making pedophiles a misdemeanor offense, not a felony.
Wait, you're saying that's already the case anyway because because there's different gratification, there's different levels, right? So like what level are you talking about? Are you talking about like straight on like grape?
Like exposing yourself.
He said
in a
indecent
park
exposure.
to a kid.
Oh, okay.
Indecent exposure. Instead of being a felony, it's now a misdemeanor, so the person's image doesn't get bothered.
What?
Make that make sense. Why?
You make the sentence you just said make sense.
Yeah, so like I'm sorry, like if there's a circumstance where any circumstance where Democrats applied it to like indecent exposure, where someone specifically went up to someone like a kid, like and showed themselves, I would definitely say it's wrong. Now, like for example, anything involving that would definitely be wrong. That should totally be way more than that. That should be totally a felony.
And they
but like
made
if you're
nothing but
hold
a
up.
misdemeanor.
I just want to clarify. Say someone just went to the bathroom, there was no one around, and they got clocked for indecent exposure when there was no one around. Do you think that should be a felony?
If they're in the bathroom and a kid walks in there and
No,
season.
no. I'm giving you an example of like someone. Dude, I'm giving an example of like someone who peed in public, peed in like a public area, but where no one was.
Can I just also, Parker, I didn't interrupt you. I'm very sorry, but I just want to like fact check what he said because I think that it's very important to like make sure that accurate data is out there, right? I think he saw an old TikTok because in 2023, the Colorado legislator changed the law so that it went from a misdemeanor to a felony because previously it was a misdemeanor, but now that's actually, you can be counted as a felony. So like that was signed into law in like 2023.
This is recent stuff.
I don't think so because I just looked it up and under Colorado law it is still a felony. So I think you're probably referencing something that was way back when and that was changed under Colorado law.
Okay, yeah. So how about this? How about
this? Just recently came up within the last 2 or 3 days, and this was.
I have a question. Would you vote for a guy who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years as a 50-year-old man?
What are we, an Islamic State suddenly?
Wait, what?
The Islams believe that any age.
Islams? No, Muslims.
Oh,
I know what he's talking about, but
yeah.
That Muslims believe, which that a lot of the Democratic leaders in the North are Muslim and
wait, I'm so sorry. I asked you a question. I asked you a question, right? Are you like, would you ever support a candidate that went up to a 10-year-old girl and said he'd be dating her in 10 years?
Who said that?
I'm asking if
got
you
me
would.
curious on that one.
I'm asking you, would you ever support a candidate that said that?
Also, just a context clue, it wasn't a Muslim lawmaker.
Yeah, that's a context clue.
Who was this? Because this is the first I've heard about this.
Oh my God, I'm just asking you, would you support him?
I'd wonder what the hell's going on with his head.
Huh.
I don't know that I'd support him.
You don't know, so you might support him.
First, I want to know who you're talking about because you throwing out a hypothetical.
Yeah. If it's Trump, he'll still support him, but if it's anyone else, he won't support him. So listen.
That's what I was just about to say. Is your answer based on who it actually is?
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator?
He can't listen. Listen.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
He said that jokingly because you could even hear the child laughing about it.
You see how he just completely changed his mind? Now he's like totally okay with it. You're okay with pedophilic jokes?
When was this?
Are you okay? Are you okay with pedophilic jokes?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
and
so
also
would you ever support would you ever support a candidate in which you engaged in a pedophilic joke?
When did that happen exactly?
Dude, it doesn't matter. I'm asking you, would you ever support a candidate?
Matter.
Would you ever support a candidate that engaged in a pedophilic joke?
Let's see. Obama's done it.
No, he hasn't. Biden's not done that. When have Biden and Obama done that?
What is your source and how old is that?
Wait, no, I just played it. I played it off. It's from 1992. You said Obama and Biden did this. When did they do that?
1992.
Yes, 1992. When did Biden and Obama do that?
Honestly, I don't remember because the media was suppressing it for so long.
I don't.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I came to talk to you again. Fly, thank you so much. I appreciate the member subscription. Najia, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2 for what about Obamaism? I can't even believe that this just happened. Go for it.
Pretzel, thank you for the one. I really appreciate you. Maggie, thank you for the 666. I'm happy to be here. Shay, thank you for the 5. Trisha, thank you for the 4. And Vivian, thank you for the 5. Oh, you're in Japan. I can't wait to get to Japan. Thank you so much for the donation, guys.
As well as thank you so much. I appreciate Justin. Thank you for the $20. And Trisha, thank you so much for the $3.33. Dude, this guy, like, so I have a question, real question. Who would you vote for? Would you vote for Kamala Harris, right? Or Vladimir Putin?
Are you a fucking idiot?
No, it's a legitimate question tonight. It's a legitimate question tonight.
Tonight, it's definitely
tonight. It's a question that needs an answer.
Kamala's an idiot that slept her way to the top.
Oh God!
Wait,
Kamala Harris.
Kamala. So wait, hold up. Who would you vote for? Kamala Harris or Putin?
Neither. Putin's a modern day Hitler.
And you wouldn't dude. So you wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris over modern day Hitler?
I wouldn't vote for either one. Back when
dude, this guy is ridiculous. Okay, hold up. Let's go back and dispel some of the bullshit you said. You said Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. Who did she sleep with?
Who didn't she sleep with?
You. She didn't sleep with a bunch of people, right? It is the case. So can you tell me who? Who did she sleep with?
9% of the government.
No,
90% of the government?
That is diabolical. That's the first time I've heard this. Kamala Harris slept with 90% of the government. So who did she sleep with within the government that you were able to identify? How did you know this?
Were you there?
Oh wait.
Were you like sitting? Were you like the one sitting in the corner, like and on like a little sofa by yourself?
I actually spoke with people who knew her and how she got to the top.
You have spoken with people that have known her.
Who specifically? So who specific? Put a name on it. Who specifically?
Some of the top people in the government in DC.
You have spoken to top people in the government. I'm more likely for that to happen.
What top people in the government have you spoke to, dude?
Unfortunately, they're retired since, and it's been years since I've spoken to them.
Huh.
And
wait, Hold on. Has it been? Hold on. Has it been more than, let's say, 10 years?
Well, it's probably been within the last 10 years.
Okay, so more than 5 years.
Once she became VP, it kind of stopped, but it was always kept quiet for her image.
Santana, this guy has some deep connections.
They're feeding y'all's information.
Wait, so here, I want him to answer this question. Who did she sleep with? Like, seriously, give me like a specific person.
I was never given names.
Okay, so then how did you know it happened?
I was shown evidence of it.
What evidence? What evidence were you?
Videos? Like what?
What'd you say?
Pictures, you name it.
What pictures? What pictures?
Oh, you mean like the pictures that of Trump hanging out with Epstein? The pictures of Trump hanging out with Diddy? Like those pictures? What pictures are we talking about?
Some that are similar to those. And yes, Trump was friends with Epstein before he knew what Epstein was involved in.
Wait, so can you tell me? Wait. What pictures specifically did you see?
Let me finish.
No. I have to be able to say this. What pictures did you see that justified that this was happening to you? Because if you just can justify or assume anything based upon a picture, well, then we can assume anything based upon the Jeffrey Epstein pictures. Are you saying that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump had a sexual relationship? Because we can just assume because they're in pictures together that they had a sexual relationship.
It would definitely be plausible because Jeffrey Epstein did actually have a picture of him and Trump in his home, specifically on his nightstand with all of the other pictures. So there was a picture front and center of him and Trump in his home. So yeah.
Santana, maybe that's the secret that Trump was talking about in that little, note that he sent him. Remember he said he's like, this is our secret. Maybe the secret was that they were a little bit,
Like, dude, no, that would be ridiculous. You can't just assume because two people are in a picture together that they had a sexual relationship. Dude, like, what the hell is this guy saying, bro?
I don't think that. Hey, you're muted as well. There you go.
Wow. If y'all were listening, you'd have heard me say it was explicit pictures.
Okay, so you think you saw explicit pictures?
That were suppressed.
No, they don't exist. You did not see any explicit pictures of Harris. Shut the fuck up, dude. There's no way this guy just said that he said that. No fucking way. You just unironically said that.
And as far as Trump and Epstein, if I'm not mistaken, Trump's the one who turned in Epstein.
You're very mistaken.
Also, by the way, can I ask you a question? This is a very serious question.
So
why
Trump
is it that he
didn't send
waited
Epstein to
the
prison?
second time that he quote unquote stole one of his women or one of his girls?
Yes.
Not the first time, right? He said that he knew this was happening. So he apparently forgave him the first time, but the second time was like a big no-no, right? But
It was a bridge too far.
Yeah, it was the bridge too far. But the first time he does it,
Also, why is he hiring 17-year-olds as private masseuses at Mar-a-Lago? That's also interesting. And then also, why didn't he come out with this information when it is the case that Virginia Giuffre has come out and talked about how she was literally trafficked, right, and groomed byEpstein and Maxwell?
Wait,
Donald Trump admitted that she was one of the people that Epstein quote unquote stole. Donald Trump himself admitted that she was one of the people that he stole.
Yeah, I mean, that's it right
17.
there.
Bogus information right there.
It came from
Trump's
mouth.
He's lying?
The 17-year-old
Trump lied.
in
Trump lied.
question, the 17-year-old in question, she put out a statement saying she got tea, she did the women's locker rooms, but she was never a masseuse until after she was 18 years old.
That's not
She
true.
said that herself publicly. Yes, the hell it is. It's going all over TikTok. Matter of fact, I saved that video.
It's on TikTok. Therefore, it must be true.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't care about the video that you saw on TikTok. It's literally been covered. It's literally been covered. And Donald Trump, out of his mouth, admitted that she was one of the people that Epstein stole from him. And she was 17 while she was working at Mar-a-Lago before she went to go work for Epstein. Donald Trump, out of his own mouth, admitted, yes, she was one of the people. He tried to say that she was treated very nicely when she worked for him, but he admitted that Epstein, quote unquote, stole her from him.
In other words, Epstein poached an employee.
Wait, this came out in 2019. This came out in 2019, by the way. This information from Politico.
When he said that she stole him from him, what he meant was that he caused her to quit and go work for Epstein under his nose. And yes, him and Epstein had a falling out about that.
Not about that one, but the next one. He said the first time that it happened, he said, just don't do it again. Right? That's the problem. And by the way, the whole 17 thing, she says that Prince Andrew was the one who raped her at 17. That was when she was associated with Epstein. So she had to be either 17 or younger when she left Donald Trump's employment.
Also,
basic math.
Wait, hold on. Would you mind if I just play? This is Donald Trump talking about it specifically. Parker, is it okay if I play it real quick?
Go ahead.
All right.
Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. Just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women? Were some of them young women? Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yeah. What did they do? In the spa. Jobs. In the spa. Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Now, when he said,
wait, no, hold on. Literally, he admitted to what was happening. He admitted to Virginia as far as her business. He admitted Virginia was one of the people that was quote unquote stolen. There's documented history between Virginia and Epstein and Prince Henry, and Donald Trump openly admitted that yes, she was one of the ones, and she unalived herself this past year. Was it in 2024?
Stolen,
2025.
When he said stolen, he meant employment wise. Don't twist the facts. Because I had to look at from a business perspective what he meant by that, because he said it in the past that he doesn't appreciate other people stealing his employees, basically telling them to quit and go work for them. That's called business poaching. That's highly frowned upon.
Why is he hiring minors to work for him as a private masseuse?
He's not hiring for private masseuse because they can't be masseuse until they're 18 and go through school for it. He was hiring for jobs.
He said yeah to them being minors.
He never said they were masseuses.
She was a minor working in the spa, and there had been complaints about Epstein and the way that he was actually interacting with other people at Mar-a-Lago. Trump knew about it, and he did it again. Trump knew about it, and he allowed it multiple times until he took someone that he didn't want him to take. Now, I hear you saying hiring away. Yeah, cool. You can say that, but at the very least, you have to admit she was a minor.
You know how he talks. You're trying to twist his words. You need to fucking stop.
Bro,
you're trying to turn him into
we're not twisting it. We're not twisting any of his words.
Bullshit.
Wait, how did we twist his words? Hold on, let me speak. How did we twist his words?
No, you're defaming somebody that y'all have no business defaming based off your liberal bullshit.
You literally just said Kamala Harris was.
How did we twist his words?
Y'all trying to say that he was trafficking these young girls when he wasn't. They were not masseuses. He's clearly said that several times.
He was they were masseuses. Again, he literally acknowledged.
No, they were not.
Yes.
No, because one of the girls even said she was not a masseuse until she went to school for it after she turned 18.
What girl?
Try again, please.
What was their name?
One of the ones in question.
What was
it's the one that's been rather popular being talked about that he was asked about.
What was their
name? I believe
name?
When he got on his plane.
And what was their name?
I don't remember her name right off the bat.
Okay, so based upon the
strangely enough, as much as I've heard about it, I guess I forgot because of how much has been going around. It just aggravated me that it keeps getting twisted.
No one's twisting it. We're just acknowledging what all of the information is indicating to be true about the relationship. Not only that what Donald Trump has said himself, but what has been independently
from the
holy
girl,
shit. He doesn't listen to a single word. He just keeps speaking, dude. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Repeat what I just said.
Supposedly he said that they said that they were masseuses. That one girl, she says she was a masseuse after she was 18, not before.
No,
that
you don't even know who you're talking about, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm sorry. This has been reported on. You have no information, no facts to back up what you're saying. Can you give me a source?
It's been all over the place.
Give me a source. Go ahead.
Where are you getting your facts? Because your facts aren't matching what I've seen.
I told you already. Politico. The title is unsealed.
Politico is bullshit.
The title.
Politico
what do you
is
want?
leftist
What do you
bullshit.
want? It's not leftist. What do you
Politico
want?
was founded by right-wing people, by the way.
What do you want? Do you want the independent? Do you want independent? What do you want? PBS?
There's
You want
been
PBS?
several-
Do you want PBS? Or they left this bullshit too?
I'm
What's
trying to tell you
acceptable?
what I've done.
What's acceptable? I'm asking you, what specifically would be acceptable information for you?
Oh, there's TikTok videos going around of people you disagree with that even some of
TikTok?
your
Why do you
friends
keep
that are
citing
left-
TikTok?
Because that's where I see a lot of it at, but it doesn't show.
But Parker's
the actual
literally
source.
offering actual reputable news sources. How about you pick a reputable news source, not TikTok?
Because I don't know where they're getting their information
Fun
from.
fact: myself, Parker, and Matt all post on TikTok. We can
That
put
guy's
whatever
not
on
close at the
TikTok.
slur.
Wait, do you know where they're getting their information from the TikTok videos? Like, do you know exactly where the primary source is?
I've not seen them live as of
No,
yet, so I'm
why
not sure.
you're taking it on face value? So why can't you take ours also on face value? Even though we're not even doing it at face value, we're giving you the exact news source, which you yourself can go read.
Maybe it's because I saw the printout of what was said by the one girl that he allegedly had working as masseuse when she was 17, when she was not a masseuse at the time.
Okay, but who are you going to
The one
believe,
that-
us or your lying ass eyes?
How are my eyes lying when I paused it and looked at the document thoroughly and read it, and it clearly stated that she said she was not a masseuse until she was 18 years old after she went to school for it.
Hey, I understand you keep repeating the same
When
point
got
over and over.
towels, tea, clean the girl's locker room. She was never a masseuse or in that area.
Okay. So you're going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again? I've given you a source to indicate otherwise.
Because y'all are
What
trying to
source?
feed me
What
crap.
source?
I'm not
Hey,
gonna
hey,
hear
hey,
it.
let me finish. What source would you accept? What information would you accept?
It's not going to matter because y'all going to try to debunk it anyway. When I've done seen what the girl
So
statement
there
is
no-
versus
there is
what
no
y'all
source.
want to
There
see.
is no
anyways.
source that he would accept. So
wait,
he doesn't
what if
accept
we find you a
sources.
TikTok video that says it? Would you believe that?
I'll make a TikTok video right now. It's saying.
Literally, we'll make a TikTok video and show it to you.
I'm trying to think of the TikToker that I saw it from, so you can look at theirs and see. What
Yeah,
their
and I'll
source is,
make
because
I'll make
I
a
didn't
TikTok
catch
right
that.
now. Can I send that to you?
No.
Why not? Why not? Why can't I send that to you?
Well, for one, because it had the document in the picture or in their video of what she said, and he even said, "Pause it so you can read this," and he debunked that about what y'all was saying about that one chick.
Woman. Okay, so here I'm just gonna ask him a different question. I don't think this is productive with him.
No.
How about this? Hey, Redneck, can you name one economic policy he influenced to get passed that you think was good?
I don't know what just happened.
He's
Hello?
skedaddled.
Can
He's
you name
skedaddled.
one
He left.
economic policy that he
No,
influenced to
he's
get passed?
he's gone. He's skedaddled.
Wow, he actually left. Chad.
Parker, make that video. We need the real information out. Parker, you have to put the video out.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
Chat, what is going on? What is life? What is life? If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. It helps get out to more people. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes here on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. By the way, everyone, you might not be following me here because I'm on my main account and you probably follow me on my other account. So make sure you're following me here on my main account. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed. We have 230,000 subscribers. We're on the way to 250,000 right now, everyone. Keep making sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Like the stream. If you want to support Santana, Matt, or I, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description, the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube
Also
Super
Substack.
Chat, and in the pinned comment here on YouTube. Also, Matt's Substack is in my bio as well.
Well,
That
it's
is
so
free.
close to 2,000, by the way. Like, we were like ever so getting there, like ever so. So if you haven't subbed, it's free. It's free.
Well,
Not
I mean,
many
if
things in
you,
life for free.
if you guys are gonna plug, follow my YouTube. I'm like, I think it's like 80 followers away from 6,000. So at Santana Speaks, follow YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crystal, thank
Also,
you for the
just
well diving. Thank
FYI
you.
for you guys, I know I said this earlier, but actually, so Newsweek reported on like the whole possibility of the negotiation like 2 days ago. And then Al Jazeera followed up with a report on it like 16 hours ago. So FYI.
Thank you. Thank you. Gavin, how old are you?
Yeah,
How-
hello.
It's totally a fetus. Let's go to the next person. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. Make sure to like that stream. Subscribe if you have not already. Let's go on to the next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Wolverine, think of the galaxy. Thank you. How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Thank you, Zachary, for the $2. Thank you so much. And thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to join.
You're good. Don't worry. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 44.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump? I can't hear you currently.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a plethora of reasons why I support Donald Trump. I feel that the last 4 years is probably, a strong time or point to be able to look back at some of the horrible things that we as American citizens had to experience, and things that we weren't enlightened with, things that were going on that I don't feel were correct. I feel that he's coming in and he's cleaning house a little bit and he's shaking things up, and we're able to see where a lot of money, and I appreciate Doge. I just appreciate his diligence.
Okay, for sure. So, could you maybe reference specifically like something the Biden-Harris administration did that you think was bad?
I honestly feel like the things that they focused on weren't able to really thrive or to produce things. They were just a little bit too far into possibly a demographic that doesn't involve a larger definition of the people per se.
So are you saying that like Donald Trump's policy benefit like the average working person more?
Yes. And actually, I actually have been told and actually saw on the news that all of the poorer people did better during the Trump administration first, and then the Biden administration ever. So,
okay. So one thing I would like to tell you that in terms of that, because I do think that's completely false, is that the big beautiful bill that was passed decreases after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners, and for the bottom 10% of income earners, it decreases after-tax income by $1,200 a year, and it gives disproportionate tax breaks to the top 1% to rich and wealthy millionaires and billionaires, adding $3.4 trillion to the debt, cutting over 10 million people off their health insurance, and 2.4 million people on average off of their food stamps every month.
there is a lot of waste. There are a lot of things that were not properly looked into. You talk a lot about the big, beautiful bill, which I wasn't even talking about, actually. I was, but if you'd like to bring up the big, beautiful bill, there is waste. We can also talk about the last 74 days or 64 days where 74 billion went out the door, if you'd like. I apologize. I guess I lost my train of thought on that.
That's fine. So essentially, like, my point was that, like, the big beautiful bill is heavily detrimental to the working class, and it seems like the policy isn't best suited towards helping the middle class, along with the fact that I can point to the tariffs that Donald Trump implemented that not only have had caused there to be decreased growth in terms of real GDP to 1.3% on average, comparative to 2 to 3% prior under the Biden-Harris administration, along with the fact that we've seen increasing unemployment.
He's been in for 7 months. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But that doesn't mean that the tariffs didn't. That doesn't mean that the tariffs didn't cause a detrimental impact. The tariffs did cause a detrimental impact, and this is determined not only by myself but by top leading economists.
Our deficit is a detrimental impact to us as well,
Yeah,
and we
and-
have to try and figure out a way to be able to balance deficits and get money back into this country.
Can I make one point?
We cannot allow NATO just to be this free industry where. Where where they produce it, we're deindustrializing, we're sending everything across seas, they're building it and they're sending it back to us like we're kings and queens, and the only thing we do is pay for it. That's not sustainable. NATO was not in the best consideration for American citizens who drive American consumerism or
Do you mean NAFTA?
Yes, the trade agreement. Yes,
No, we're not. So the USMCA, which I actually don't even think was that bad, Donald Trump actually went against by increasing tariffs on Canada. But you said you wanted to decrease the deficit. Did you know that Donald Trump, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, not only added $4 trillion more debt-related spending to the first administration comparative to the Biden-Harris administration, but will add $4 trillion more with this next administration comparative to the campaign plans of Harris? Plus, the big beautiful bill added $3.4 trillion to the debt. So it's clear that Donald Trump's less fiscally.
We got to spend big money to make big money. We got to spend big money to make big money, and we're bringing in money, and we are doing things that are making money, and we're cutting waste. And those things drive productivity. If you want to talk about the 1%, the wage earners, we can start to discuss then how much, they're taxed and what the max tax is. And we can really get down to the fact of what it is and how much that they actually contribute. I mean, we need to be fair and, not be so polarized in this. We need to be able just to look at facts, look at information, and, make common sense. Just what happened in the last 4 years has not been healthy in any way, in my opinion. And I challenge you to tell me how it has.
Can I hop in for a second? So, Ashley, you're double speaking, right? I mean, you're speaking to the fact that we're spending too much money, but we have to spend more money. We're bringing in money, but not bringing in enough money. I think you really have to take a step back and just kind of like analyze where we are. Now, Parker mentioned the trajectory of the country and the economy currently under Donald Trump. And the reason why he did that is because prior to Donald Trump taking over, the economy was on an upward trend. Whether you take a look at the inflation dropping, whether you take a look at the gas prices dropping, whether you take a look at the actual consumer confidence, even interest rates were set to continue to decrease. But since Donald Trump has been playing this game of tariffs, the economy has been impacted in negative ways where, again, inflation is now up, gas prices are now up. He's battling with Jerome Powell, who is the Fed, and there's multiple indicators that actually say that we're on a trajectory for a recession. Now, understanding all of that, I understand the frustration and the feeling of not having anything good happen for the last 4 years, but you do have to actually take into consideration where we came from with C-19 actually impacting the entire world, and then us recovering from that and finally getting into a place of stability. Like, I understand your frustration, but when you take a look at the numbers and you take a look at where we came from to where we are, and then where we're going now, you'll see that Donald Trump has been overwhelmingly harmful in multiple ways, including to the middle and lower income earners within the United States.
And that's actually not true, because they're actually showing graphs that show a lot of different things than what you're saying. Right now, gas is down.
Can you tell me what graph?
Gas is down 11%.
Wait, hold on. Can you tell me what graph specifically, please?
Yes. The President Trump had someone present on
from the Heritage Foundation. And did you know that there's no one that can actually cite where those numbers came from? There's no actual place to verify those numbers. That's been reported on. That's a problem, that the graphs that they showed in the Oval Office, there was no actual fact checking behind it, because we don't know where they got those numbers from. All of the other numbers that have been produced by multiple entities have proven that the economy is on a downward trend in multiple different indicators.
Yes, see, because it seems like I get different news.
Where do you get your news from?
Well, just tons of different places. I read, I research.
Right. Can you tell me a couple of, please?
EBSCO is a big thing. Peer-reviewed journals. I find myself, diving into things like that. I will listen to a little bit of information. I do enjoy some AI when they dig deeper, and you wait for the 15 minutes and things like that. Those are some of them. Forbes, Times. I'm open to a large plethora of media.
Okay. So do you see this on the screen right now? These are gas prices in the United States on average. Here's 307 and a half when
But we're
Trump got in
also
office.
including California in that, so we got to consider some
I'm sorry.
representation.
Am I able to finish real quick?
Yes, excuse me.
For sure. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So in terms of both California and for both administrations, that the average is taken into account for both administrations, so it's not different. California is taken into account in both of these. So here in January is 307, and then here in July it's 312. So it's gone up slightly in price for gas. It has not gone down. That's according to the Energy Information Administration.
Well, that's an interesting conversation in itself.
What do you mean?
Well, the last 74 days that the Biden administration was in, wasn't it the Energy Administration that had given 74 billions in loans to companies that had no financial statements and or any
the Energy Information Administration doesn't give out loans.
Or the Department of Energy. Okay. All right.
Those are different.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I just wanted to say that if you were speaking on terms of energy, I wanted to make sure I connected there.
Okay. So do you agree gas prices are higher? So what's better about the economy? Because again, I can reference metrics. Jobs are worse now. Unemployment's worse. Real GDP growth is worse. I can
see, and can I ask where you get your information from? Because I honestly and respectfully see the exact opposite.
Yeah, so that information is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the St. Louis Federal Reserve. And I got those sources specifically from getting a degree in economics. And that's exactly where my professors told me to go look and find that information.
And the Federal Reserve is owned by?
The St. Louis Federal Reserve. It's public-private sort of ownership.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve is essentially like the central bank.
Owned by? Started by? The Rothschilds.
It's public. No.
Can I just ask, what was your point with bringing that up?
Yeah, it's not controlled by the Rothschilds right now.
I do want to know, what was your point about bringing that up?
Of just bringing up the banking system and the Rothschilds?
Yeah, what is it about the Rothschilds that you wanted to make a point about? You can say it. I'm asking you, so you can answer.
I just wanted to make a point. That's it.
But there had to be some kind of point to it because no one just brings up the Rothschild just out of thin air. So I'm honestly asking you, what point, what are you trying to make?
I don't want to talk about that right now, but I appreciate.
I do, and frankly, I think we all deserve to know why you brought it up, because we hear it a lot, and I'm being very respectful, and I'm simply asking you to please explain why you brought up that name. I'm simply asking. That's all I'm doing, and we can go from there.
So I just feel like it's a slippery slope, and I don't want to digress down something like that.
But again, and Parker, you can tell me to stop. But I'm simply asking a question here about why you would bring up that name because I sincerely want to know what point.
Reserve, they started the banking system. I just
and what is and why does that matter? Why does that matter?
In
No, I'm simply asking, why does that matter? Why does it matter that the Rothschilds started it?
And why doesn't it? Respectfully.
Because I don't put any importance behind a name. So you have to give me a reason why the name is important. And it shouldn't be this hard to get it out of you, frankly. I'm sorry, but you included it in your sentence. You included the family's name in the sentence for a reason.
I want to discuss it because I didn't want to go down that route.
Well, and Matt, if you don't mind, I think the reason why Matt is really trying to get to the root of this is because there's oftentimes that certain people throw around certain names as kind of a boogeyman, right? Whether you talk about the Rothschilds, whether you talk about the Soros, there's a misconception as far as government control, and it leads to a certain belief that, you know, keeps us kind of disconnected in multiple ways, not just from reality, but from each other. And I think it's important to actually address those type of comments or even thoughts, right? And even more so, like having someone who has the ability to really have this conversation with you is important. And, you know, people that have not only looked into this information, but has studied the history of this information. It's quite literally one of the best places you can have this conversation if you're actually willing to listen and take in any of the information. Like a lot of the questions you may have could possibly be answered, and also anything that could be misinformation or disinformation. It gives you a chance to actually have that you know, kind of knocked down, and I think it's a positive thing. So when Matt is bringing that question up, I promise you, it's only to benefit you. It's not to, you know, take you down a slippery slope or get you in a gotcha or anything like that. It's just something really important that could possibly better you and even better the people that's watching right now.
I would agree with that. At this point, I have said what I wanted to say about that, but I am completely open to listening.
So, I mean, I guess when it relates to like the Federal Reserve in terms of the response that we brought up, I guess it just wasn't relevant to bring that up. Could you explain, I mean, I guess like how that was relevant to the Federal Reserve in terms of what we were talking about? So maybe we could bring us back on the topic. Like why do you discredit the Federal Reserve?
I just got on here for my daughter, and I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit. It's honestly
Parker,
my bedtime.
I love you guys so much. You're the reason I do what I do. I want to go into politics one day. I love you guys so much.
I appreciate
Shout out
so
TBR.
She just
follow Evil Dean. I love you all.
She wanted me to come on here and get roasted by you guys.
Well, wait, how about this? Because
we're not going to try and roast you. I seriously, I want to genuinely like talk to you because I want to change your mind. I genuinely want to change your mind. I'm not here to roast you right now. And seriously, like when I'm talking about this, I'm asking you because the Federal Reserve information, the St. Louis Federal Reserve information is good information, right, for economic data. Like that's like the top echelon of economic data is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the St. Louis Federal Reserve.
Also, just to kind of double down on what Parker's saying and to be really specific, I think it's healthy to have a certain level of skepticism when it comes to any type of information. But being able to understand what are credible sources, what's a primary source, secondary source, tertiary source, and how do you actually sift through that information is super important. So when Parker lists off the Federal Reserve, and then he also backs it up with his understanding of being able to process that information through his degree, through his actual teachings, it's a credible source backed up by the ability to comprehend and also really simplify it in a positive way. So I hear what you're saying, but like being really clear and really honest, I know I haven't, and I've dug into this, and I know Parker has and Matt has as well. There's no information that we've been able to find, and if you have something specific, we will definitely pull it up, but there's nothing that we found that actually verifies what you're saying. Everything that we have looked at through multiple credible sources have verified that the actual economy is on a downward trend with multiple indicators.
Yeah, and my promise to you is that I am going to look into that because I do feel really enlightened that, wow, no, what I am, looking at and receiving is not what my daughter and, many other peers of mine are looking at. So I appreciate your opportunity. I think that what you guys do is great. And thank you. Let's give someone else the spotlight and take care. And I'll do my diligence and you guys continue as well. Thank you.
Can I say one quick thing before you go?
Sure.
your daughter seems to be absolutely amazing. I would say, you know, just for her well-being, her future, maybe you should take a step back and just take a look at like not only how your political decisions affect you, but like the actual decisions that you're making, they're going to have long lasting impacts on your kids and your kids' kids. And maybe just kind of take a listen to what she's saying, because you have to remember, like, our kids, that's our legacy, and we have to protect them even when we're no longer here. The decisions that we're making today under this Trump administration will affect our kids for years, not just by laws, but by the environment and multiple other factors. So please, please, please just take a step back and listen to your daughter.
You know what? I will do that. I think that we all can learn from younger generations, older generations, and everything alike. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out.
All right. Good night, guys. Bye.
That's funny.
That was great. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen to help get out to more people. Try to get to 1 million likes here on TikTok. Apple user, how old are you? Let's go on to the next person. If you're on YouTube, again, make sure to like that stream. Make sure to get to 3,000 likes. If you want to support me, as always, again, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat and in the pinned comment here on the YouTube. Plus, you can check out Matt's Substack on that link tree. Also, you can check out Santana and his link tree and his bio as well, and go check him out on YouTube as well. Kill, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
Have to
as well
breathe.
as thank you for the $2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Daniel, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. McKenna, thank you so much for the $10. Debbie, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Audrey with the $5. Robert with the $6. Thank you so much. Cool to see you again. Cool to see you. Thank you so much. Lewis, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm completely caught up there.
Just two quick one. Francisco, thank you for the 7. I really appreciate you so much. And also, Meredith, thank you for the 10. Yeah, that was wild. Also, guys, just some massive W's in the chat for Parker as well. What you guys don't know is Parker was literally the point guard in that situation, set the tempo, tone, and kept me and Matt in check, because me and Matt, we some wild boys.
No, just to let everyone know that they were a supporters family member. Emily, thank you so much for the $10. Tish, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person here real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the live. Gradients, thank you for the $5. Jazz, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Stefan, thank you so much for the $5. Kill the Win, thank you for the $5. Jay with the $5. Michael with the $5. Libby with the $5. Thank you. Amanda with the $2. Louise, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Gradients, the $5. Najia, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Glenn, thank you for the $10. Thank you. I am caught up on YouTube as well. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hey, everyone, we have 59 minutes left on the stream, everyone. 59 minutes left on the stream. Make sure to subscribe and follow if you have not already, everyone. Let's go on to the next person here real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria that I've put on the screen here on TikTok, everyone. Let's go on to the next person here real quick. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
No, I'm 24.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do and I don't at the same time.
Okay, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Trump.
Okay,
Trump
what's up?
again. And the reason I say that is because he's starting to bring light and starting to introduce a bill back to Congress that I've been saying to politicians for a long time that we need to reintroduce the gold standard. And if you're looking for the bill number, it's H.R.
What's the point of the gold standard?
24. So it was to back our currency based on a physical asset rather than the stock market, which is what we run on today.
No, we run on fiat currency, which is backed by the government. Now, there's actually nothing unique specifically about the value that we place on gold versus the value we place on fiat currency. So there's nothing unique that we get specifically from gold. You could say, oh, we could have a more specific supply of currency. Well, actually, that's not true. The supply of currency can very much change based upon the supply of gold that's available. Plus, in the future, there's going to be asteroid mining. And once we have asteroid mining, the level of gold that's going to exist is going to be significantly greater and will cause a huge reduction in the cost. Secondly, there's counterfeit, or thirdly, there's counterfeit. Plus, in terms of fiat currency, there's really nothing we lose from having fiat currency. We can keep the money supply consistent if we want, and we can choose to increase it if we want.
Yes, but by today's standard, the only reason that we can use our currency within other countries is because those other countries accept our currency. Now, the moment that they stopped accepting our currency, we're kind of screwed because we are the top trading post of the world. So if we aren't able to use our currency and it's not backed by a physical asset, we kind of lose grounds on our own currency, don't we?
No. So again, you say that you specifically want to have a limited currency. You can have a limited currency under fiat currency.
Can you go into further explanation? I don't
You
think
can
I'm catching
control the
the
supply. The Federal Reserve can
okay,
control the
okay.
supply.
But by printing more and putting more into circulation, correct?
Yeah, or taking some out.
Okay, and all I'm trying to do is base our currency, instead of having it based on how much is in circulation, base it on a physical asset. So even if the stock market and stuff crashes, our currency doesn't crash.
Our currency wouldn't crash even if the stock market crashed, and completely crashed in of itself. If the stock market crashed, it's going to harmfully impact our economy, regardless of whether or not we have a gold standard. And I don't understand why you think that the gold standard is going to change that. There's no good reason to believe that.
I mean,
Jules,
it would
thank you so much for
definitely.
the $10. Thank you.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt.
You were saying?
So can you give me an example of why China's inflation got better after they backed their yen with gold?
So again, in terms of inflation, that could just be related to the level of increase in money supply they were doing prior. And also, when did they back theirs with a gold standard?
That was during
BRICS?
Obama's. That was during Obama's term.
So if you're saying through BRICS, I don't know if that's the yen. I don't think that's the yen. I don't think China is. I don't think their currency is called yen either. Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. Yeah, isn't that Japanese? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say. And even the
Yuan.
yen.
No, not yuan.
Yeah. So again, in terms of that, like I don't understand really like what we get from a gold standard. I think we actually lose from a gold standard. I don't think we really gain from a gold standard. So like I don't really know what you're getting from this.
And FYI, multiple countries are moving away. Even ones that are still dependent on the gold standard, they're moving away from it. So like that's not a thing.
I actually have a factual basis to stand on. Before Nixon took us off the gold standard, our normal economic growth each year was 4 times the normal average. And once Nixon took us off of the gold standard, we were only making a quarter yearly growth economically.
I would say that'd be related to other sort of conditions in the market. I don't think that's related to the gold standard. You're seeing that there's greater growth in the economy based upon there being a gold standard. Why would that be true?
So during that time, we had the strongest middle class in the world, and that was actually the era.
I'm asking for an answer to my question. Like, what about there being a gold standard increases GDP growth?
Also, there's a reason for that strong middle class. I'll get to that in a second.
I don't know how to exactly answer that question.
There is no explanation for that. If anything, fiat currency actually would allow for us to have a greater level of investment in the market, which would lead to greater GDP growth, because it is the case that if we increase the money supply, we can increase the money supply to the level of productive resource increase within the economy. There are actually technically what's considered demand lags within our economy, meaning that if we increase money supply or we provide for people who are needed, if we increase the demand, we could actually truly be increasing our productive capacity as an economy. There's actually a higher productive capacity than what we're currently meeting right now because there's demand lag.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Also,
there's actually important aspects of that. Sorry, go for it.
No, I was just going to hop in and say also, when you talk about the strong middle class, it's because of the corporate tax rate. Literally, the wealthy and the corporate tax rate was after the Great Depression, we taxed them at such a higher level that it created the strongest middle class in American history. And prior to Ronald Reagan actually pushing for trickle-down economics, that actual growth continue. But once we actually started to put the money in the power, start to cut the corporate tax rates and start to allow those ultra wealthy people to continue to save, that's when the middle class started to shrink. So it was directly related to the responsibilities that the ultra wealthy and the corporations had versus what we have now.
Oh, okay. I guess I never really looked at the corporate taxes back then, compared to what they were building the middle class. I'm definitely gonna have to do a little bit more research into that.
Yeah, just take a look at, because that's one of the major factors that pulled us out of the Great Depression is the tax rate that was implemented. And again, it built such a strong middle class. And once they started to cut it, that's when we saw not only the dip there, but when Ronald Reagan started to preach trickle-down economics, you saw there was a direct parallel between the cost of living and the federal minimum wage. And then once we switched to this idea of trickle-down economics, the cost of living, instead of it continuing to be parallel, the cost of living continued to go up, and the federal minimum wage flattened out. And so that's why it's so imbalanced now. But prior to Ronald Reagan, there was great balance and the middle class was super strong.
Okay. I'm definitely going to have to look further into this. So the reason that I brought that up in the first place is just because I thought it was better than I made it out to be in what I was reading and understanding through Congress.gov. And even through the whitehouse.gov. Those were my sources for where I'd gotten that information. So I guess maybe I just misinterpreted what I was reading in that moment. But I do know that Trump has been flying gold in from the UK and another country. I don't remember the country's name, but I do know that he has been flying gold back to the reserves from other countries.
But you do understand that, like, their premise is to move away from gold completely, right? I mean, they're trying to move towards crypto. Like that's literally what you talked about the gold, but they also have a bill, an actual crypto bill that would create a crypto Federal Reserve, and it would require the United States for a 10-year period to buy a set amount of Bitcoin using the gold that we currently have in our reserve, literally selling the gold in order to buy crypto.
That's just, I don't think that's right at all.
It's a bill that's literally on the House floor right now.
No, I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I just don't think, like, morally it's right. When I say that, I don't think morally it's right that we should just sell all of our gold out and just buy crypto. I don't think
you want to know what's funny about that. So it's not just crypto, it's specifically Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, there's a certain amount of Bitcoin that's held by the ultra wealthy, and they can't really get off and under the Bitcoin, because if you actually put too much in the market, then it drops the actual value of Bitcoin. Well, if this actual bill is passed, then it, one, provides a guaranteed buyer, the United States government, and two, it ensures that the price won't drop, because they are going to be mandated to actually make a purchase of a certain amount for 10 years. And so the people that's selling the Bitcoin not only can sell off whatever they want to sell, they can sell it at a higher price because there's a guaranteed buyer. The United States has to buy it no matter what the price is. So literally, this is just something that's going to make the rich even more richer. Everything about this administration, sorry to say, well, not sorry to say, but it is, everything about this administration has been about transferring wealth, more and more wealth, to the top 1%, whether it's the BBB, whether it's the way that they're approaching crypto. All of this is about lining the pockets of the ultra wealthy.
And so do you guys not agree with the no tax on tips or no tax on overtime?
We agree with those in isolation, but the issue is that they're not in isolation, and that taking into account the overall effect of the bill, it hurts the middle class and hurts the bottom two quintiles.
And do you also disagree with raising? And do you also disagree with raising the corporate tax from 19% to the 21%?
Repeat that.
So do you also disagree with them raising the corporate tax rate from 19% to 21%?
They didn't do that.
You mean 21 to 35? Like or 28? Or
No,
like whatever
the corporate
Democrats are
tax rate.
advocating?
The
Or are you
corporate
saying-
tax rate.
I'm so confused what you're trying to say. Like, are you asking what Democrats?
Are you saying that they
was, or-
actually did that?
Yeah,
Like,
they raised it from
Republicans.
19% to 21.
Who? Republicans?
The BBB.
No, it didn't. What are you talking about?
I don't.
It raised the corporate tax rate from 19% to 21%.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it was in
No, it didn't.
I'm pretty sure I have the screenshot. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Let's see here.
In the meantime, again, if you want to support us, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat, everyone.
Yeah, it's a breakdown. The BBB not only continued the corporate tax cuts. It's a continuation of the TCJA, which dropped the tax rate from 35% to 21%. It held the same. It just made the actual tax cuts permanent. It did not increase the corporate tax rate.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding.
Oh, okay, because I thought I'd remember reading somewhere within the BBB that it actually raised the corporate tax rate from 19% up to 21%.
Yeah,
No.
it wouldn't make any sense that the House and the Senate would vote to like raise taxes. It just doesn't make any sense.
And not to mention, the BBB also did keep the capital gains tax that Biden and Harris did impose during their presidency.
What? They kept the what?
The 15. So the capital gains tax that Miss Harris and Mr. Biden had imposed during their time together as president and vice president, they actually
I don't think they even did that.
They did, and Trump kept it. Trump definitely kept it because
what capital gains tax?
It was a 15, a 20%, and I believe a 30%. Or no, 20, 10, 15, and 20% capital gains tax.
That already existed.
It was a policy through Biden and Miss Harris, but Trump
Give me a
extended
source.
it.
Give me a
It
source.
was a proposal. It was never implemented.
Are you saying that it was never implemented under Biden?
Correct.
Oh, okay, so maybe Biden and Harris did propose it, and I might have misunderstood that. But from my understanding, they did imply the 15% capital gains tax in 2022.
No, this was actually literally in 2024. But they were. It was the. There was conversations around that being in the 2025 budget. But it never happened.
All right. In the meantime, if you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. We're also going to try to find another person to help this guy out. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria that I've just listed on the stream right now.
I'm going to thank some people real quick while you try to find people. I thank you to Abby for the $10. Thank you so much. And I thank you to Richard for the $5 also. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense with that. And I thank you to Daniel for the $5 too. I thank you so much. Thank you all three. It means a lot
What's
to
up?
me.
How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Yeah, yes. Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, guys. I'm the sitting Prime Minister of Denmark. Until Doggity Dog, Snoop Doggity Diddy Party Dog. That was just a joke.
You're not funny.
Yeah, just to be funny,
Be better.
Oh, that was an accident. Only send a guest request to meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Dude, we're not getting like any guest requests. What's going on right now? Oh, okay. I accidentally almost kicked them. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We got about 40 minutes left on the live, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm sorry, baby. You know I love you.
Nayeli, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you've had a good day so far. Daniel, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. Libby, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I probably will need some. I might need to go downstairs and get my blue light glasses because the headache is starting.
Oh, did I tell you that I have blue light contacts?
That's amazing.
Yeah. I was so excited when they told me I could get these.
That's actually incredible.
Yeah.
I kind of like the blue light glasses though. They're not too bad. Like, and I don't need them all the time. Like I only need it sometimes. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what up? I'm 40.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Are you driving?
I'm the passenger.
Okay. Is there a way you can unplug from the car?
Yeah. All right, how about now?
The microphone's
Good.
still kind of bad, but yeah. So why do you support Trump?
I just think that he's a good representation of what it means to be American. I think that Kamala didn't really represent what the spirit of America truly is.
So how is Donald Trump a good representation of America?
Well, he exudes strength. He is able to, you know, when you see him interacting with other people kind of bend to him, you know, not so much, but they kind of like respect him, you know,
No.
or fear him.
So fear and respect are not the same thing.
Oh, for
along with the
sure.
idea that you said he's a good representation
Okay,
of
then
America.
forget
So
fear, just respect.
what attributes of himself are good representations of America?
The spirit of being able to kind of command a room. You know, when you enter a room, everyone looks at you. I feel like that's something that
They're
represents
looking at him for
America
different
because
reasons.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Bro can't even walk in a straight line. I'm sorry. He can't walk in a straight line. No one's
saw that
scared of
video.
your daddy. No one. Absolutely no one's scared of him. He's not a tough guy. He won't stand up to you. He won't stand up to Putin. He folds on. They call him Taco. Literally. World leaders have laughed in his face. The Queen of the Netherlands made fun of him in his face. No one respects him except you guys.
To his face?
To his face. She made fun of him in his face.
I thought it was like off to the side, like snickering off
She
to the
was
side.
right there making the whole mouth thing, like in his face. No one's scared of your daddy.
Well, Putin is a lot smaller than him, so he looks down at Putin. And I don't know, just the body language itself, I feel like Putin kind of like is not intimidated, but like obviously he's a bigger man than Putin.
Putin is a former KBG agent. Putin has unalived people, literally. Donald Trump dodged the draft because he said he had bone spurs. They are not the same.
Well, at least with Kim Jong-un, he's definitely bigger than him.
What are you saying?
And that matters why?
Well, it shows that American strength. You know, it's like, you know, I don't think that if Kamala would ever be, I don't think that she could be that presence that Trump is, you know.
You understand that having a commanding presence has nothing to do with your physical stature. It's the actual respect that you command and demand when you walk in the room. And as the president of the United States, you automatically get some level of that. But then when you actually alienate allies, when you fold on everything that you say and do, when you have no actual moral compass or backbone, you don't have an actual presence. When Donald Trump walks into the room, they stand because he's the president. They don't stand because he's Donald Trump. Kamala Harris has a bigger stature and presence than Donald Trump could ever hope to have. Donald Trump is still living in the shadow of Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump lives in the shadow of everyone. He's weak.
I really don't see that. When I see him and I see him talk, I see strength. Like granted, I see Kamala. I know she's strong. I know she's a fighter.
Look at the screen.
I mean,
Look at
that's anybody.
You think he exudes strength? Look at this guy.
I'm sure there's like Kamala pictures everywhere of her, like not in a non-flattering position, whatever.
Dude,
you think so? You think so? Hold on.
Oh,
hold
for
on.
sure. Everybody has pictures of everybody in.
Sure. How unflattering do you think this is? Is that unflattering?
Let me see. Is that AI?
No, that's just her. She is an impressive woman. That's just Kamala. That's just her.
It looks like AI. I don't know, but she is strong. She does have a strong demeanor. She does have a strong presence. But
wait, you could show
like,
show YouTube again, Santana, because YouTube.
I got it. I got you, YouTubes.
What happened? Oh, you're showing YouTube.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad quality on YouTube. Because it's small. It's small on YouTube.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you're good.
What's that picture of? What's the context of that picture?
This was after she announced her book, and she was getting asked some questions, and she got a stupid question. And she was serving looks, as she often does.
Yeah, I mean, she's charismatic to a degree. I feel like there's aspects of her, like her charisma, that isn't as appealing. And also, at the same light, there are aspects of Trump that where his charisma isn't appealing to the masses. Like I can, highlight. I can recognize when he, yaps and talks forever.
Wait,
and
you're
doesn't make any sense.
wait. Oh, that's the person who's driving him. Everyone, there's someone driving him.
I'm the passenger.
Yeah,
I'm not driving.
Yeah, I remembered.
But. Yeah, I mean, they both have instances of both being, demanding presence and also yapping and not being super charismatic. But I think that Trump's presence is a little, it's a little bit more,
He got laughed at by the UN. The United Nations laughed at him.
Yeah, but I mean,
diabolical.
Okay.
Diabolical. Can you name one country around the world outside of the context of the state of Israel in which Donald Trump has a good approval rating in?
Japan.
What?
Let's look at Donald Trump's approval rating in Japan. Trump approval rating Japan. Alrighty. Confidence in the U.S. president is 30%. Wait, no way.
It's like really pro-Trump. That's
wait, the confidence level is 30%. It's 30%.
No.
For Pew Research.
There is one country that's super high. The highest one is 79%.
Oh, let me guess.
Let
me guess.
Hold on. Go
Hungary.
Nope, it's not. That's not it, Bob.
It's a European, right?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
I think I know it.
Matt.
Saudi Arabia.
Nope.
Oh, we're in the right area though.
Parker, you are in the right area. Parker.
I'm not right?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said Israel.
Yes.
Oh,
Israel.
You said outside of Israel.
That's
I thought you said
that's
outside
where his
of Israel.
actual approval rating is the highest is in Israel.
Which is Saudi Arabia?
Saudi
rating?
Arabia. Actually, they don't.
Oh, they don't have it there. Oh, probably high.
I don't see it.
I think that's probably like at least somewhat high.
They only listed 24 countries.
Yeah, I said name one country outside of the state of Israel because I know that Israel has that high ass approval rating for Trump.
I didn't hear you say Israel. To be fair as well, apparently Kenya really likes him at 64%.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's that.
Even in 2018, Japan had a 30% confidence rating for Donald Trump. You want to know something fucking hilarious? Vladimir Putin is 4 points off of him. I'm not trolling. The confidence level in Vladimir Putin is 4 points off of the confidence rating in Donald Trump in Japan. Jesus Christ. And for comparison, in Angela Merkel, it was 65%. And Emmanuel Macron, it was 51%. But seriously, the no confidence rate for Vladimir Putin versus Donald Trump, it was only a 2% difference. This is actually some diabolical information. Low key, this is some diabolical information. Hold up. I have to show the chat that this is actually like diabolical information. Look at this, chat.
What source is this?
Pew Research. This is 2018 even.
Yeesh.
That is diabolical. Seriously, the fucking approval rating and confidence regarding world affairs being 4% off of Vladimir Putin is actually insane.
Also, let me call out the fact that every country that's listed in this Pew research of the actual confidence level in Trump, every country from 2024 to 2025 has dropped except Israel, Nigeria, and Turkey. What?
Every country has dropped except Israel,
Nigeria, and Turkey. Your guy is popular in dictator countries, in authoritarian countries, in fascist regimes.
Well, I don't know how much credence, I mean, who cares what other countries think of?
You brought it up, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Well, I mean, didn't you bring up like that? Like other countries respect?
Respect them.
Japan, the country that he said respects Donald Trump so much respects Donald Trump 4 points off of Putin.
and also Japan is down 15 points from 2024. Japan literally dropped 15 points in confidence from 2024 to 2025.
So it's 15%?
No, it dropped 15 points.
Wait.
No, there's a resurgence. There's like a new party in Japan that's like really pro-Trump.
That's not a good thing, by the way, because they're like far right. They're like, that's not a good thing. I just want to point that out. Like, yes, there is a new far right party, and you're celebrating the fact that there's a authoritarian far right party that's like, yay, we like Trump. That's not like the great W that you think it is.
And I'm looking at the Pew Research Center U.S. image declines as many nations.
For Japan now in 2024, it's 25%.
Yeah.
So it went up.
Meaning it's literally lower for Trump than Putin.
Yeah, it keeps dropping. Again, like they just published these numbers as well from 2025. I'm telling you, hey, Bob, no one likes your daddy.
Sorry, and
I mean, Who cares? You know, those are the people. Those aren't the world leaders. The people don't really have. You know, the world leaders are the ones that we need to be looking at. And
But wait, so the world leaders laugh and mock him in his face. The people don't like him. He's not making any actual deals when it comes to tariffs. He's crashing our economy. Like, he can't stay awake in public. What are we even doing? Like, what are we even he can't walk in a straight line. What are we doing?
I mean, I feel like a lot of this is just like the media painting him out to be, something that he's not, he's not this evil dictator that people make him out to be.
Dude, no, low-key, I'm seeing this information. Public confidence in Donald Trump is so diabolical.
Are you looking at the Pew Research Center?
In Germany, there's more public confidence in Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin than Donald Trump, according to statistics.
I know, it's bad. I know.
Oh my God. What? That's actually nuts, dude. That's nuts. Dude, oh my God, by the way, they just left. That is diabolical. I didn't even know it was that bad. Germany actually, the low-key, I don't even know how, that's crazy. Germany having a higher confidence rating for Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping than Donald Trump. Holy shit. And the confidence rating is 63% for Joe Biden, by the way.
Also, I want to read these off. Apparently, 80% of the people that completed this poll described him as arrogant. 67% described him as a quote unquote strong leader. 65% described him as dangerous. 42 described him as understand, or says that he understands complex problems. 41% said that he's diplomatic. 41% said that he's qualified to be president, and 28% said that he's honest.
Guess what the confidence rating of Donald Trump is in Mexico?
Hold on, I have that. Well, I have the number in front of me. I don't. Before I look at it,
Mexico. Take a guess. Some people are.
I'm gonna say
chat are cheating.
I'm gonna say 10.
It's 12%.
Oh, that's close. Okay,
that's diabolical. Diabolical again. Almost double.
No.
Approval.
Parker, you have to look at the 2025 numbers.
Are there new numbers? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole time. There's 2025 numbers. It's 8% now. It's 8% in Mexico now.
Well, fuck me. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah.
Where are you seeing this? I have to see this.
If you go to Pew Research, the title is U.S. Image Declines in Many Nations Amid Low Confidence in Trump.
Wait, repeat it.
It came out in June 11th.
U.S. confidence what?
U.S. image declines in many nations amid low confidence in Trump. It's a Pew Research. It came out June the 11th.
And low confidence. Dude, this is like low-key an argument I'm gonna start running more. This is actually diabolical.
They give the comparison of 2024 versus 2025, and they have 24 countries that they surveyed. And they give like multiple indicators, multiple breakdowns. It shows like the different parties that subscribe, the different confidence level, all kinds of stuff. It's like a massive breakdown.
Oh my gosh, I see the difference in favorable opinions of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It even carries over towards the U.S.
Yep.
They oh my gosh, and then they also show the difference in the fucking confidence in U.S. presidents in Western Europe whenever there's a Democrat versus a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is nuts. But like, yeah, that's actually crazy.
The confidence of Emmanuel Macron, Trump, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin, which they're calling a rating of other world leaders, and like where he stands. He's 9 points off of Xi Jinping. I
That's
don't understand
actually-
what we're doing.
That's actually nuts. For no confidence, there's a 2-point difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just overall world leaders.
Yep.
For the median, that's the median percent. It's 30. His median confidence is 34%.
Holy shit! Look at the ratings when Obama was president.
Yeah, it was way higher.
Holy crap! I didn't even notice that.
They were really high. We were almost
And
like
they were
80,
they were
90%.
steady as well.
Yeah, like for Germany, it was almost 80, 90%.
That is wild. But look at Trump first term. Holy shit.
Trump first term, it immediately declined. That drop off is
That
actually
was a massive
I
clip.
need to show the chat that drop off. It's actually diabolical. Look at this chat.
But no, look at the sharp uptick with Biden.
Yeah, and then it declines hard at the end. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
But look at Obama.
Wow. Holy crap.
That drop. Look at that drop. That was a plummet. Oh my jeez.
That's like a Black Friday level drop, you know?
Holy crap.
Actually diabolical. But yeah, like I mean even the thought that Donald Trump is like respected on the world stage should be laughed at. It should be laughed at.
Mind-blowing.
It seriously should be. We're gonna get like one more debate up here for tonight, but that's actually mind-blowing seeing some of this. Like I didn't even see this before. This is like just new information to me. Even.
Wait, did you say new argument unlocked?
Yes, I did. Gee, thank you for the $5. Khalid, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you. Daniel, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Lewis, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as thank you for the membership subscription. Thank you, Tracy. I really appreciate it. Let's make sure to go on to the next person. It's probably the last person here for today. That's definitely a new argument unlocked. I'm totally gonna send all of that to Dean too. He's gonna start using that too. I'm serious. That's like actually like so obvious that he's just like laughably insane on the world stage. And for any misogynist that comes on the live and says that Kamala Harris is less respected on the world stage can just be laughed at. Actually laughed at.
I'm going to look this up right now. I'm more than confident that they probably have a comparison for Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? So the next person, only send a guest request. If you meet the set of criteria on the screen, if you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
I'm 2005.
What month?
March.
March 2005.
Wait, you said you're 18?
20. He said 19.
Shit.
The math skills.
I know, MAGA math. Hey, everyone here on TikTok, I recommend to go over to YouTube, everyone. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Old enough to be your daddy.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Really, Trump?
Santana.
Really, dude?
It sounds like you know Santana. What's going on? Have I
That's
talked
my
to you
guy.
before?
That's my guy. Nah, man, but I talked to Santana. You know, that's my guy.
There was a whole thing last night. I called him a bitch a couple of times and he got blocked, and we ended up having like an actual good conversation on when he came on his third account. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. But then you apparently showed up and started talking a bunch of shit. So I was just like, yeah, I was scrolling through the shit.
Parker, I don't know if you heard it, but this is the guy that said he wanted to 3v1 me, you, and Dean.
Oh, okay. All right, so we can have this conversation. Okay, so here's a I mean, we have a different 3v1 we got if you want to do that. So Could you name a
I
Trump?
don't know what this
policy?
other guy's gonna do.
I'm
You know,
hi.
Mad as a
I'm
beast.
Timu Dean.
Can you name a
Timu Dean? Is that
Trump?
Rockin'
No,
Library?
no. Can you name a Trump policy he influenced you past that you like?
No. That's not even necessarily my standpoint, man. My thing was, and what I said to Santana last night is that, like, you were overly idealistic, brother. Like, do you really think that Kamala Harris would have made things drastically different than they are today?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Trump is taking over 10 million people off their health insurance in terms of Medicaid, 2.5 million people per month off of their food stamps. His policy in terms of Ukraine has left Ukraine significantly less likely to defend themselves in terms of their abilities. We can reference the ICE raids, especially deporting people without due process. We can reference specifically literally him allowing right now Israel to literally take over the entirety of Gaza and the West Bank, right? And the humanitarian crisis in terms of the mass starvation, right, of Palestinians right now. That definitely there would have been some difference specifically with Harris, right?
Okay, some difference is a crazy argument. Like how much difference? Because realistically, these guys are the same. It's the same situation.
That's ridiculous. Wait. So
it's not ridiculous at all. If you look at the history of what both parties have done.
So what I just said, you said it's the same, right? You think that Kamala Harris would have still cut food stamps? She would have cut Medicaid. She would have cut the funding for Ukraine and then brought it back. She would have decreased the public confidence, right, in our systems overall.
Well, no, I'm not going to talk about the confidence. I mean, that's you know that's perception. But if you talk about the actual things that are being done, like absolutely, it would be very similar.
Wait, what do you mean by very similar? Millions of people having a difference in food stamps and access to health insurance is not very similar.
Was Obama not the deporter in chief?
But we weren't.
I mean, it's just perception of how it's being.
Wait, by the way,
right?
we weren't talking about deportations. No, there's a difference in due process.
You did mention that. No. Don't backtrack. You mentioned deportation.
Not just right there.
You talked about ICE.
Yeah,
right?
so
Did you not?
There's a distinction in due process. There's also a distinction specifically in the prioritization of.
These are semantics, bro. Semantics.
No, it's not. There's a.
It is semantics.
Can I speak, or do I need to kick you from the stream because you won't let me speak?
The 23-year-old.
Oh, come on, Truth Teller. You're cutting him off. You won't let him get his point out.
This is what he does, though.
But let him get his point out.
He gets his feelings hurt. He starts going.
No. If you're gonna actually let him, you ask questions. Let him actually answer it. Give him a second to get his point.
All right, go ahead.
What was I last saying?
I said, go ahead.
No, I said, what was I last saying?
What were you last saying?
Yeah.
You were responding to the comment about deportations with Barack Obama.
I said it was semantics, and you were trying to make an argument that it wasn't. But anyway,
so
I mean, I do think it is semantics. I do think that the actual impact is the same, but I do agree that the way that they go about it is much different. But the end result is essentially the same.
No, there's a distinction in the level of due process. There's a distinction in how many people are deported who haven't committed violent crimes and bad crimes, because they prioritize specifically deporting people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes. And they actively push for immigration to go significantly quicker. So in terms of immigration, there's absolutely a difference. In terms of access to food stamps and health insurance, there's absolutely a difference. And you just ignore all of them and you act like that's not a difference.
I don't ignore anything, man. Like
you totally did in this conversation. You ignored every single time I brought up a distinction, and you said they're basically the same. So explain to me how millions of people having a difference in health insurance in terms of food stamps. Please tell me how that's practically the same.
Well, okay, let's back up for a second. All right. What you have to first understand is that campaign promises and things that people talk about and what actually comes to fruition are two totally different things, right? So how would you know with any certainty that anything Kamala was saying was actually going to happen? Because if I look at history from both parties,
he's not responding to what I asked. So by the way, you're not responding to what I asked. And secondly,
how am I not responding?
She wouldn't have specifically passed the big, beautiful bill. Explain to me, you think she would have?
I mean, Trump didn't pass it. There's like,
Oh, so she would have signed into law the big, beautiful bill. Really?
And its exact verbiage, I mean, maybe.
No, not even close. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's totally disingenuous. Get off my live.
How is it disingenuous?
I'm not having a conversation with someone. I'm not having a conversation with someone who thinks that Kamala Harris would have signed into law the big beautiful bill.
No
like
way.
I'm not having a conversation with you. That's so ridiculous. That is like literally like, you know, that they're bad faith disingenuously arguing that they're totally equivalent. Like that is like, I actually like, I genuinely hate those types of arguments, because it's so clear that if you run through that argument, you run through that type of dialogue, that like there is a clear distinction. And I didn't even bring up climate change, science. I didn't even bring up conspiracies and undermining the election results and the constitutional threats and the pardoning violent rioters. I didn't even mention the sexual abuse. I didn't even mention him saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. I didn't even mention like literally all of these different things. And they're saying they're equivalent. Really? They're equivalent, chat. I can't even fathom someone making that argument. Abortion rights, I can go on forever, and they're saying they're equivalent, especially from like any type of progressive lens or left-wing lens. It's diabolical to say that. It is so diabolical to say that.
Not even close. Hey, someone in the chat was saying the wanted to know the article we were just talking. It's for anyone that wanted to find the confidence information we were just talking about. It's Pew Research Center. And the title is U.S. Image Declines in Many Nations Amid Low Confidence in Trump. It just came out June 11th, 2025.
Oh, you know what? She would have fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Yeah, but like, yeah, at every stage, like.
Dude. Oh my God, dude. I can't, dude. I just. Stop. I'm gonna
like you can have certain like philosophical debates and perspectives on like the government not being good or whatever, but you can't actively say that something that you know for a fact that one party stands absolutely against is the same thing that they would pass from the other party. That doesn't even logically make sense. Like there's nothing about the BBB that resonates with the Democratic Party. That doesn't even make sense.
Bike, how old are you? She would have got the Inflation Reduction Act. That's definitely on her list of things to do. You know, that was totally what she was going to do.
Someone said she would have pardoned January 6ers.
Yes, yeah. The violent rioters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Hal?
This is him again.
Since you were a
bitch. He has 1 million accounts. When I tell you, like, my mods kept blocking his accounts, and then finally I was just like, stop blocking them. Just like, what is happening? It was a whole thing.
She would have created Alligator Alcatraz as well. That's true. Dan, thank you so much for that. This is so diabolical. I can't even fathom the take, dude. I'm actually oh my gosh. Dude. I can't even wow, dude. You know what's up, how to you?
He's sleeping, I think.
Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen.
Dan said, what did he miss? Dan, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
I could definitely say that. You definitely missed a lot. You know what's up, how to you? This person said I ran away from debates. Let's watch this. Oh, they left. What? Yeah, that might be I might want to show you. I'm trying to get one more person on.
Please tell Charlie Kirk I said hi. Please. He's my biggest team. Oh my gosh, Charlie Kirk. Charlie. Do you know what the Latin translation for fetus is? It means a little human being.
You're weird. You're weird.
No comment.
Don't be weird. And if you're gonna be weird, be like cool weird, like me.
Yeah, like me too. I don't know if I'm cool weird, but I'm weird. You know what's up, how do you?
You gonna run again?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Don't be weird like him. Bro, when I tell you,
Not that type of weird, yeah.
It kept happening. I said, "How many accounts do you have?" He said, "As many as I need." I'm like, "What is going on?"
When he opens up TikTok, he clicks on the down arrow, and it's just an entire list. He has to scroll to go
through the list.
Oh man.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm actually. I have
Yo, hello?
tears. I have tears. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18, bro.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
What's your birth year?
It's 2007.
What month?
You want me to give you the month? November
Yeah.
3rd.
2007, November? Really? Because you wouldn't even be 18 yet.
Fuck.
That's a bad at math. Practice your lines in the mirror before you get up here. What are we doing?
We are so close.
Holy smokes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. MAGA math right there. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna try to get someone up here. I don't know if we'll be able to get a debate by the end of today. We have because I'm really trying to go through all the different guests. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Can you please stop?
Fucking knew it. Fucking
That's
knew it.
like the third or fourth time.
Bro. I didn't even see. That's a new one for me. Didn't know that. I hadn't seen that one.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Literal crickets.
Literal crickets. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria that I put on the screen, everyone.
So Shay from my YouTube chat sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say if he comes back, have him do his impression for Parker. He did an impression last night of some, I don't know. He does a good impression of someone. I don't know who the guy is, apparently.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
You gotta do it again, brother.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know
I
what?
knew it. I knew it.
You know what? I might actually just end it tonight. I might just end the stream tonight.
It's you have like 18 requests and it's all him. It's all him.
Him on different devices, different accounts.
It's like the Batman screen. They got like all the screens.
By the way, chat. Each account I added up was a totally new account. It was a totally new
different.
And he just randomly got lucky and got in. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I might go on Twitch and hang out on Twitch. So if everyone wants to go on Twitch and hang out with me, I'll probably be over there. Parker, get a job on Twitch for like a bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna be getting off tonight. But yeah, it was good seeing everyone. Santana and Matt, I really appreciate you coming up.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys. Take care of yourself. Yeah. Bye, Santana. Bye, Parker. Bye-bye.
For having me. I appreciate you.
Yep.
See you.
See you
Bye,
all.
Matt.
Bye, Santana.
All right, everyone. If you want to go over to Twitch, Parker, get a job on Twitch. I'll just be talking to chat. Really, that's it. Just for like a little bit. Probably not very long or anything like that. But if you just want to go chill with me over there, you can. And we'll be hanging out there for a little bit. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming on. I really appreciate everyone. Have a fantastic night, everyone. I will see you all over there if you want to go over there. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Make sure to follow me here if you haven't already.